What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I said I would be back. I know it took a minute, but the things that happens on Friday nights. Y'all come on in and hit that like button. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I said I would get to it, Umar, and we're doing it. I have two videos that I want to check out. One video was sent to me. I've never seen this. This is an older video where I guess, you know, some person decided to do, I guess, go on a live chat or something with him. And you know, kisses behind for a couple minutes. I don't know what's going on with these fake cult leaders where they think people owe them some adulation of some sort. No one owes him any adulation or praise or anything. But this was sent to me and I haven't seen it. I said I would check it out. So it was on like 3 minutes. And then we'll get to this video he did, Umar did, where he decided to once again violate state laws in the state of Pennsylvania regarding, his ability to uh, purport himself to be a psychologist without a license or a certificate. He's not certified, he's not licensed. Having a degree does not override the credentials you need in order to actually analyze anyone or give advice or counsel or anything that could be perceived as such. So, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button coming in. Hit the like button coming in. We haven't talked about Umar in a minute. And I know it's you know, been a minute since Thanksgiving, but I wanted to go over this in this video he did. Looks like he's back in his mama's closet with it. Can't make this stuff up. So I wanted to cover it. I wanted to go over it. I haven't been able to get to it, and I'm just not getting to it. And we heal. So make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. I've been hitting the information going on with Candace Owens hot and heavy. But we got to cover this one with Umar. We got to. Umar still running around here thinking he's a psychologist. You can't make this stuff up. So once we get a good amount of people in, so that you guys won't miss out on anything, we got two videos we're going to check out. And the one where he did this, second round of psychology sessions that he should not be doing. Because laws are laws, Umar. And where's his mother again in all of this? Like, still don't have any sign of his mother. No proof of life with the mother. You have no idea what he's doing with what's going on with that. It's a shame. Just a shame. Y'all come on in and hit the like button. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. What's going on, Sharon? How you doing, honey? I know it's late, but it's Friday. I had to order some groceries and it never showed up. So I had to try to deal with that and figure out why that was why that happened. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go live. It's late. It's Friday. Whatever. It's Friday. We got time today. We got time. Y'all come on in here. Come on in here in this live stream. We finally getting on Umar. Finally getting to this Umar video. Hit the like button. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're going to get to this. So this is from Danny's World. Shout out to Danny's World. She has this video up. It's been up for almost 2 weeks. But this was sent to me. I don't know who this lady is. This, Malika person. I don't know who they are. But they giving Umar some flowers. Flattery. Praises. Who knows? So let's get to this. And then we'll get to his closet session that he did on Thanksgiving Day because reasons. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share, subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. We are growing. We are growing. And it is an absolute blessing. If you guys would like to donate, Cash App is scrolling, supers, but just hit the like button. That I mean, it just the best thing that can be done is hitting that like button. All right, let's get to it.
And thank you for all you're doing. To
Appreciate you,
anybody
bro.
out there that's not believing in what you're doing, you know what they can do. These
We still don't
nuts.
have a school.
And
Good.
and just keep going. You know what I mean? Keep
Yes,
going.
ma'am.
Let's settle. I want to say to black people, let's stop. Like the minister said, minister had a men's meeting tonight. Learn, don't laugh. To sit up and laugh at somebody, and to
Yeah.
people that were texting me, you don't even know when you were supposed to be losing the school, because people have seen me on your page. I support
Uh huh.
you. I have so many text messages. I have so many inbox messages. I have so many people like poking at me. What's up with the doc? He was at your store. What's up with the school? He losing it. And
He's
it was just
smooth.
breaking my
Yeah, he
heart.
is
And
clown.
then
Yeah, it
when
was
you
celebrating.
had your event on September 25th, I had something to do in New York. I said, I'm going. And then I didn't see your live until afterwards. And I was just so happy to see you talking strong, still being a warrior king, going hard, not giving a damn about none of that. But I'm going to tell you this, none of them people, not one of those people hit me back to say, hey, I see he got the school. Nobody came back to say
Wow.
he kept the school, but hella people hit me that said, what's going on? Oh, he losing the school. And everybody was like this. You feel me? Everybody was like this, waiting for you. And I'm like, why do we? I don't want to keep going on over the why, but I was thankful when I saw you back rolling. You
I have a lot of whys. I mean, why do you think he owns a school? His name is not on the deed. There's no proof that he purchased anything. Why must people choose to live in some level of delusion? Unless he is paying her mortgage and rent, she doesn't owe him that level of praise when she can't back up any of this with evidence. Who paid those so-called fees? Because he had to use donations to pay a legal settlement. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. He's not the only person on earth saying the word school. There are black men who actually built schools from the ground up. Their names are attached to it. They can show proof that they, you know, purchased property and buildings. They have teachers on payroll. They have curriculums, budgets, ways to pay their teachers and staff. He has nothing. What what did he do again that was so deserving of this praise? They treat this clown like he's God.
still had the school because it was some date. And I was even
You
like,
can
oh
make
my
this up.
God, don't, shit, I'm about to work extra hours. I'm hit the cash out. And none of those
Yeah,
people
just
hit me
giving
back to
him your
say,
money for
you know
now.
what? I'm so happy that he didn't lose his school. I'm so thankful because what your vision is, what it is that you say that you're doing and what you are doing, why
It's not
why
his
don't we see that
school
that's amazing? Why are we sitting up there relishing in the fact that you might lose this?
because there's no factual proof that it's his school. Is it the reading comprehension? You can't make this up.
So to anybody that texts me, y'all know who y'all are. Hit me back. Congratulate the good brother.
No,
Congratulate the king and stop
nope.
playing. Let's get on this
I
thing
see
because
no
of the,
king.
the vision that you have for this school. I already know is going to be amazing.
What is his vision? What is the curriculum? How is he going to generate funding to pay teachers and staff again? Exactly how is he going to manage to keep paying the water bill or those vacant registration property taxes? He won't even do the paperwork to get a waiver. And he expects the government to give that waiver because you do realize, lady in yellow, that waiver comes from a local municipality, a local government. You know, the same government he doesn't want help from, but he'll let them do a waiver. That it makes no sense. Then why is he not paying the fees then? He doesn't want the government's help, so pay the fees and show proof you paid it. You can't make this up.
I benefit out, like, I've said it before. I went to a Pan African school and it shaped me, it
Hey
molded
man,
me. I have Marcus Garvey Achievement Awards when I was 5, 6 years old.
Wow.
And that was like the highest honor at my school. Like, you wanted to get that Marcus Garvey certificate. So all of that is what made me begin to adore you, admire you, and follow you and be a supporter.
why he proves nothing to you at all. Ooh, she is basic. You don't require much, do you, girl?
And I would just say, let's all stick in there. If y'all see it, let's support what it is that you are doing. I can't
He's not
understand when
doing
people say, where's the
anything.
school? I'm confused. Don't you see him in the school?
Be
No, no, it's not open. He's not in it. Scrubbing a toilet does not count. His name's not on the deed. His name's not on the deed. His name's not on that deed. He purchased nothing. He can't even tell you how much he spent on anything in that school building. He didn't even want to follow up with getting free desk and paying diesel and for labor for free desk. Is she not gonna ask about that? Why did you block this man that tried to give you a bunch of free school desk? Umar, can you tell us that? It's like they have no spine when it comes to asking questions. I'm not even talking about criticism here. Just a question.
Sarcastic.
Being sarcastic.
You
So
can't make
I'm
this up.
always keeping you in prayer. I tell you that ever
You
since
just
the first day I met you, I've not skipped a day because what you're saying and what
this
you're
is
putting out there for
insane.
our people, a lot of people are not able to speak that strong. And I know that that's something that our leaders, you know what happens to our leaders. And so always
Well, he's loud and wrong, but I mean, it doesn't mean he's not yelling. We hear him yelling. It just he has no facts to support anything he's saying.
praying for your protection and wishing the best for everything. I'm going to keep being there. I'm in this. I'm just waiting for the grand opening and anything that
It
I
will
can
never
do
happen,
to
bro.
help out, no matter googly eyes aside, I'm here, So
Appreciate you.
put me to work, baby.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Sister Malik.
It'll be for free. You'll have to be the bus driver, the teacher, the janitor, the administrative assistant, the puppet, the pole. I mean, you have to do many, many roles and expect no money. Be careful what you wish for. It has to be the dumbest things out here. That's my
Thank you,
say.
Mama.
You can't make this stuff up.
Saturday. Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is his Thanksgiving session in the closet again. Well, it sounds like he's talking low as hell, and I don't know why. Like, why are you whispering? Is he high or was he asleep? What's going on with him? He looks spaced out. Umar, where's your mother? Is he still on this whole thing of I'm banning my relatives from from seeing their own mother slash grandmother slash sibling? You can't make this up. Let's get some comments here. Manny said executive director is not the owner. Exactly. Because that's what the tax document says, girl. In case you didn't read that either. They don't want to get facts. They just want to believe in their euphoria. It's so crazy. Umar, I want the Shango. Hey, Saint, how you doing, honey? Shout out to you. Shout out to my boss, Manny, the Saint up in here. I see a new person, Smooth up in here, Sharon up in here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. And that's what she was saying. You can't make this up. Mr. Sticky Deep Fried Tunde. Lord. All right, y'all. Let's get to this. This is gonna be this is about an hour long of him breaking more laws, trying to practice psychology when he's not licensed or certified to do so. You can't make this up. Make sure you guys check out the Umar Johnson playlist. I have a video that I posted up last week, or either earlier this week, where I went over the actual court documents from when the Board of Psychology in Pennsylvania had to take him to court because he was lying like hell back then as well. And when he's purporting himself to be a licensed or certified psychologist, what he's doing is breaking the law. And those documents outline the state statutes and it explains how he's breaking the law. He shouldn't even be using certain terminology. But because, Umar doesn't care, you guys, his cult members are just, oh, good God. From just Oguni goons to spirits and black magic, you can't make this stuff up. All right, let's get to it.
Peace and Pan Africanism. Peace and Pan Africanism. Peace and Pan Africanism. Peace and Pan Africanism. This is your big brother.
Peace and pan cross pizza. Peace and pan cross pizza.
Ogun Tade. I'm coming to you live and direct from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is a special no Thanksgiving edition.
Did y'all hear that?
The Black Parent Teleconference. Brothers and sisters, please do not text me your name and city unless you have a question about your child. If I tap in with you,
real, bro? I'll check it out.
You should only have a question about a child.
Welcome here.
If you do not have a question about a child, please do not ask to be brought on the live.
Piece of pan.
Please do not text me name and number. So at this time,
did y'all hear him say he's coming to you all from Pennsylvania?
a
Philadelphia,
special
Pennsylvania, where he should not be doing this. The one state where the board of psychology said, you are not to do this. You are not to sit here and purport yourself as a psychologist or even a certified school psychologist or a school psychologist because you're not certified and you're not employed in a school. FDMG is not yours, nor does it count because it's not open and operational. And he gets mad when people like me say he needs to be reported back to the board of psychology. They need to investigate his ass again and look at these videos. Umar, what you're doing is illegal. You're violating the law. There are whole laws about this. So don't get mad when they come at you saying you've got 3 videos that are hours long of you violating laws in the state of Pennsylvania. You're giving away your location like a clown. And for what? To sit here and to still get people's hopes up on something you're not licensed and certified to tell them. It's pathetic. And this is supposed to be affecting kids.
No Thanksgiving edition
You can't make this up.
of the Black Parent Teleconference. Brothers and sisters, please
It was an all-out
do
war.
not text me your name
Lord.
and city unless you have a question
Hey,
about
S-Files.
your child.
Smack the
If I
donkey.
tap in with you live, you should only have a question about a child. If you do not have a question about a child, please do not ask to be brought on the live. Please do not text me name and number. So at this time, if you do have a question about a child, if you do have a question about a child, if you do have a question about a
so
child,
low.
please text my cell 215-989-9852. 215-989-9858.
You can't make this up.
215-989-9858. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. If you have a question about your
Umar,
child,
they telling
this
me
is
to
the
go on
Black Parent
Rimmer.
Teleconference. If you have a question about your child, this is the Black Parent Teleconference. If you have a question about your child, this is the Black Parent Teleconference. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you have a question about your child. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Brazilian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Brazilian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Brazilian Africans who I was with last week. Shout out to my Rio de Janeiro Africans. Shout out to my Salvador Africans. Shout out to my Sao Paulo Africans. Shout out to all my Brazilian Africans, South America. Stand up. Shout out to my continental Africans, my Ghanaian Africans, Nigerian Africans, Liberian Africans, Senegalese,
Oh, good God. He's really doing
Benin
this.
Africans.
I'm just going to mute. While he's sitting here, y'all can read the roll call. What happened on Rimra? I'm looking at this video with Lene in it. What happened? Just give me a synopsis of it, and we'll check some of it out. Yeah, all-out war.
Africans, my Jamaican Africans.
Yeah, he's still doing roll call. It was an all-out war.
See you Saturday. Turks and Caicos, I will see you Saturday. Turks and Caicos, I will see you Saturday. Peace and Pan-Africans to my Central American Africans, my Costa Rica Africans, my Panamanian Africans, my Canadian Africans, Toronto, Montreal Africans, my London Africans, French Africans, Irish Africans, German Africans, British Africans, my Virginia Africans, my Maryland Africans, my Texas Africans, my Carolina Africans.
Oh, yes, Mac. He's shady and
my
a
Philly
scumbag.
Africans, my Jersey, my New York, my Connecticut Africans, my Boston Africans,
You
my
sent me an
Providence, Rhode
email.
Island,
Oh, man, I just got caught up in my email.
Nashville Africans,
Hold on.
my St. Louis, my Kansas City Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Brothers and sisters, hit the PayPal for FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal for FDMG Academy. We are in need of more funding to complete the work. Please hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. This is the Black Parent Teleconference. We will be on until 9 o'clock. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858.
I see your
If you
email,
have a
man.
question about
You can't make
your
this
son or
up.
daughter. Let me see if we got any tap-ins. If you want to tap in with a question about a child, this is the Black Parent Teleconference. If you're tapping in about anything else, I got to cut you off. Ifatunde 3 times. Andre 2482, what up? Megatron, Cape Town, South Africa, what up?
Why he talking so
What up?
low?
Trucker 10, what up? Jamal X, what up? Rico Bands, what up? Big Arkansas, what up? Now
What?
you heard
Oh
19. Yep,
man.
I seen
Okay.
it.
All
There you
right.
go,
Hold
brother.
on.
Emmanuel.
Okay. Let me just kind of scroll through this because obviously some stuff happened on Rimrum. We'll get to it. I'm just trying to get to a point where he gets somebody on the phone. I guess he's just sitting here like a oompa loompa.
The black books. Don't.
Y'all see, I had to speed it up a little bit. Is somebody on the phone?
Umar, how we doing?
I'm doing well, brother. You have a question about a child this morning?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm expecting a child. In 8 months, I'm expecting a child.
Oh,
And my whole thing is appreciate that, brother Umar. Here's my thing. The whole education system, man. I'm not sure what I need to do with them education wise. I'm thinking about homeschooling them. I know you're opening up a school here in a second. I mean, maybe sending them there. But I'm in the Philadelphia area. I would love to
He's not
converse,
even
have some
born.
conversation with you at some point.
Definitely. I mean, for the first 3 years of your child's life, it's all about literacy. You know what I mean? It's all about helping them master their basics: letters, colors, numbers, sizes, shapes, information, the states, the countries, all of that. At that age, that's when they soak up the facts that they're going to be able to need later
Love
in order to
Umar still
develop
up
those
there.
higher level skills. Put them in front of books, cut off the TV, put down the cell phone, put down the toys. Let's do some Legos, teach them that nonverbal reasoning ability, the Legos, the puzzles, the coloring books, the black books. Don't put no Europeans in front of them. Don't teach them how to worship white people early on in life. Most black parents, they
Wait
teach
a
their
minute.
black
He
children to
talking to
worship white
somebody
people
that
early in life.
doesn't
They
even have a
surround them with
child
white
yet.
toys, white cartoons, white pictures, white everything. And then they give them a cell phone. They sit them in front of the TV. They put them on the internet. They give them YouTube. That's not what you're supposed to do. Old school is best with young children. Give them a bunch of Lego sets, the blocks, the coloring books. Read to them. That's what schooling children. You just got to make sure you homeschool for the right reasons. A lot of parents homeschool just because they don't like the public school system. That's not good enough. You have to want to be a homeschooling parent. You have to be an organized parent. You have to be
First of all, he doesn't have a curriculum. You're calling this clown saying, what should I do about a child who's not even born yet? Talking about homeschooling. This child is not even born yet. Young man, I would suggest you get a job or have a job where you can homeschool your baby at the same time. Hopefully, he's not living at home with his parents and expecting them to take care of him and a kid. He doesn't know if he wants to homeschool. I hope he's working. You can't make this up. The child is not born yet.
a parent who have enough time to homeschool your children. Okay, you got to be organized. You have to have a space in
Why
your
he
home for
has no
homeschooling.
curriculum.
You got to have children who listen to you. That's another thing. You cannot homeschool children.
Moving
Decide
on.
how long are you going to be homeschooling? Are you going to be homeschooling? Be a negative reason. If you have a negative,
Email me the timestamp, Manny, of where this interaction occurs, because that video is 3 hours long. Just email me the timestamps. I guess where the whole altercation goes down, so I can get to that one.
reason for homeschooling, such as my child don't like school or I don't like public school, that's not a good reason. You got to have a positive reason. I want to educate my own children. You know what I mean? There's things I want to teach them that I know they'll never get in school. You got to have a positive reason. And you got to have time.
You
If
can't
you
make
work for
this
3 or
up.
4 jobs, you can't homeschool. And time goes by fast, man. Time goes by fast. So if you bullshit 1 year, that child is behind 1 year. You bullshit 2 years, that child is behind 2 years. You know what I mean? So if you ain't disciplined and organized,
And done. Come on, man.
you have any questions from parents this morning, this is your time.
He just sitting here like a oompa loompa. Y'all see this belly?
Oh, he was having, a little trouble.
Hold on.
Okay,
No, I wasn't.
about 2 years
No, I
ago.
wasn't.
About 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I wasn't there, but I watched it live.
Got you. So tell me what's going on, good brother. I just called you. I didn't read the text.
Okay, basically, this is what happened. My
Yo,
son,
he getting big.
his twins. They was in first grade at the time. So basically, he was having, a little trouble because the thing is, I'm not with the mother. It was kind of a situation, I go one night stand type of deal. But I'm still trying to be in the kids' life, still, making sure their education and making sure they.
This idiot literally said he had a one night stand and had twins. Is this Nick Cannon on the phone? Nick Cannon, are you playing on the phone? It's got to be Nick Cannon. This has got to be Nick Cannon playing around on the phone talking about some one night stand and end up having twins. That sounds like his whole MO.
Right. And that's one of my main things because all my children have, went to college, got college degrees, and I want to make sure they got the same thing. Very smart kids, But my son, he got 14 referrals, and then he got suspended 3 times. So the thing about it is they always send me the information afterwards. I mean, because they're not in my primary care. So, but I'm on the school, information where they send mail out to me, and I can go to the school whenever I want. But they will never send me anything until 2 or 3 weeks later versus calling me as soon as possible. You know what I mean? So I can see what's going on, because I'm a truly believer. When a man is in the house with a woman is stronger. I believe that a man should always be a part of his kid's life or their upbringing, as they get older, as they, growing as babies, from babies. And what I'm getting at is he's had 14 referrals, suspended 3 times. And like I said, households are different, ran different.
Oh, dude.
In the meeting, which I was directly in the meeting, and she was on Zoom. And my thing is, how can a principal...
Saint, can you or Manny send me the timestamp? Drop the timestamp for that video on Rembrandt's channel. How you doing, Linda Walker? Check the validity of this guy's education credits. Oh, he has none. Umar Johnson has no license, no certification. He should not be doing this. He is literally practicing psychology right now, as if he has a license or certificate to give advice. He's already been investigated by the Board of Psychology in the state of Pennsylvania. And at the beginning of this video, what this his Oompa Loompa Choco Field ass does, admits that he's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where they told him one time already, cut it out, you're breaking the law, and the next time is going to result in fines and penalties. I don't understand why it wouldn't result in a criminal charge, because you sit here, you misguide somebody, and then something happens to that kid, and then what? You can't make this up. The Diddy shitty comment took me out. Let me go look. Okay, cool. They want me to check out Rembrandt's live stream today, or from this evening. Obviously some things went down between what sounds like a Umar Tardian and Manny. And I'm like, just save me straight to the timestamp on that video. We'll pull it up.
How can a principal try to diagnose your son with autism? So they
But
try
the
to
principal can't diagnose your son with unless the principal is also a certified
Umar can't do it either.
school psychologist or licensed school psychologist. They cannot diagnose your son.
Umar can't do it at all.
Exactly. And I'm sitting here trying to explain this, which, one of the psychologists, she's a sister. I know her personally. So I called her right away. I'm like, man, like, what's going on with this? She was like, just come to the meeting, because my understanding is that a kid can't get an IEP evaluation unless the parents sign for it.
That is correct.
Okay, because I didn't sign for nothing. So basically, I'm trying to tell her, like, you setting our son up. You talking about? I said he need discipline. I said you want to take the toys from him. You want to take the video games from him, and I'm trying to discipline him. When I discipline him, he okay.
But discipline doesn't have anything to do with the autism. No, I don't understand how the autism factors in on that.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like, he man, Dr. Moms, when I tell you he's a second grader reading at a 4th grade level, all his test scores is above everything. So I'm looking at it like, well, how he's supposedly had autism and my daughter don't, because it's twins. So
well,
like,
one child can have it and the other children don't.
Right, but I'm like, no doctor never diagnosed my child with no autism.
This idiot doesn't even want to do this. You can tell by the look on his face. He literally just told this man one child can have it and the other one not have it. Because that's how genetics works. You can have triplets and only 1 out of 3 end up having some level of autism. This person actually thinks that both kids are supposed to be autistic because they're twins. Are you serious? And he said he has other kids he put through college. You can't make this up.
This is a principal talking about that convinced her to tell her that your son got autism. That's clearly not right. So when I go into the meeting, hard in the paint. Like, hold on, we're not gonna do this one. You're not.
I don't blame you, Linda Walker.
Autism off the principal's word. And they
I
gonna say,
would
well,
take
have
my
you ever been
dog to him.
diagnosed with anything? I say, yeah, he been diagnosed. Only thing he been diagnosed with asthma because I paid the doctor bill. He only got asthma. Ain't no doctor never told me he had no autism. So where's all this coming from? And my thing is,
You can't make this up.
she mad talking about, oh, I messed up her check. Like, what is you trying to do? You setting this kid up for failure because when you go to the schools here, 3 schools you go to when you got IEPs, and your next step is jail because I didn't seen it. And I'm like, you trying to?
None of this makes any sense.
Okay, good, because like I say, man, it's like I say, I know how these IEPs.
I know he's not giving legal advice.
You gave a lot there. Give me a question I can answer.
The question is, how can
He is so bored.
diagnose your child with autism?
They can't. No principal can do that. It has to be a school psychologist.
Okay, that's all. Okay,
You feel me? And if you have something on,
Unless the principal is also certified as a school psychologist. Did we not establish that? The person he's talking to is slow. Okay, let's just keep it 100. This dude is he's a dad, and I get parents don't know everything because we parents don't know everything. We don't. It's a learning tool. But he's not even trying to research information, talk with the mother, Google simple concepts such as if you have twins and one is diagnosed with autism, does it mean that the other is automatically diagnosed as well? The National Institute of Health, the CDC, the Mental Health Association, there's so much information out there that will tell him no, that is not how genetics works. You can have one child of a twin born with something, and the other child of the twin doesn't ever get diagnosed with that. It's insane. All of that, and he let this dude ramble, and he was like, okay, you gave me a whole lot. What is your question? Why is he doing this? Umar doesn't have to do this. He was hoping for cash apps and PayPals. This was for Umar to get someone to hit up his cash app and his PayPal. He's making money breaking the law. That's what's happening here. I've gone over the court documents. Umar is making money while breaking the law. This is insane.
Showing that a principal classifies your child with autism, you
Child,
can get a lawyer and sue the school district for violating the law. Principals can't
40
diagnose.
minutes,
The
okay.
only person in the school who can classify, because we don't use the word diagnosis in school, diagnosis for the clinic or the hospital, so it's classified. The only person who can do that is the school psychologist.
Okay.
You feel me? And if you find that someone else did it, that's a lawsuit. You can't do that.
Okay.
Coming from the man that should not be doing this at all and should be not only sued, but also put back under investigation. Oh, God. How much more crazy does this get?
Oh, mental health education, KBAS 97. I need to see your face. I need to see your face, sister.
Why is he looking so bored and disturbed? Y'all, Umar has his belly is protruding out. It's like this. Y'all see the hoodie, the sleeve of the hoodie? That means it's too little. His hoodie is too little for him. Look at how much space he has between the hoodie sleeve and his wrist. This thing is too little for him. So he's gaining weight. I mean, his stomach was just sitting out there like Santa Claus. Yeah, because it's Christmas season and all. You can't make this up. So old jolly, grumpy Saint Nick, aka the Grinch, is sitting here with a too little hoodie on, size medium, because he stuffed his belly with Little Debbie snack cakes. And he's just, no one told him to do this. It's like he's forcing himself to do this. What the hell?
Mama, do you have a question? That's surprising because my mother is right here.
How you doing there, Queen Mother? Good to
hold
see you.
on.
Good morning.
His hoodie is a medium.
What's your question there, my beautiful sister? I want you to go natural and get rid of that red hair. You got a beautiful face. Go natural.
Okay, I'm
We
bald.
burning wigs for the new
Why
year.
is he worried about her
We are
wig?
burning wigs and weaves for the new year. Oh yes, how you doing there, Queen Mother? That's right, natural. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
Caramel natural.
Hey, David, how you doing?
All natural caramel. Oh yes. We burn, the New Year's resolution is all
How you
queens
doing?
must go natural.
That's right.
All
Shalom.
queens must go natural.
Shalom.
New Year's resolution. But let me ask you, do you have a
can't
question
make
about a
this
child?
up.
This one of my beautiful African sisters.
You said about a child?
Yes, ma'am. Education or mental health? Education or mental health?
You shouldn't be giving any information on mental health. Umar, you're a goon. You're a moron.
I can't hear you that clearly, Mama. You're a little blurry.
She there to try to flirt. She flirting.
Okay, I'm gonna have y'all tap back in because y'all a little blurry right now, ladies. I'm gonna have y'all tap back in. Wait a minute. There we go. Say something now. All right, I'm gonna have y'all tap back in. Okay, if you have a question about your child, you can text 215-989-9858 twice.
Hi, doctor.
Good morning, young lady.
Hi, doctor. It's my honor to be speaking with you.
Okay. Where are you joining us from?
I am actually.
It's my honor.
You're in Philadelphia. And
Did y'all beat that? It's my honor to be speaking with you. That means you need to be basking in my obvious. Please understand. It is not an honor, it's my honor. That means you need to be sitting here gloating at me. Why is he so shocked? He literally cannot just block people based on race or ethnicity or anything. So he doesn't know who's calling his number because he's such an idiot. He doesn't have like caller ID or anything like that. It's not like he's doing, StreamYard where he can pull somebody backstage and see who they are, make sure they're real, they got the camera situated before he brings them out onto the platform. He's not doing any of that. So why is he so shocked when he sees anyone come up on the platform? That's not what he expects, I guess. She says, my honor.
do you work with Black or African children at all?
My husband is Black, and I have a Black son on the way.
Yes,
I would show you my belly, but
That
I'm
lady,
too
the
shy.
police.
Okay, so you're pregnant with another child.
Yes, I am, and
Okay, but you already
decided.
You already have a Black child, and you're having another, or that's your first?
No. Mine is incoming. This is my first child. I just got married.
Okay,
Yes.
Understood. To a Black man.
Yes, indeed. Who's
Okay.
Philadelphia?
And
I love this.
And what led you to
What does
marrying
it
a
matter
Black man?
if what does it matter if she's married to a Black man? Shouldn't he be helping children? Kids are kids, right?
I've just known him since since forever, and
Why
we
is
have
he
the
asking
best
about that?
friendship and the best relationship and the best love.
The best friendship. And I'm wondering, how does your family feel about you having a Black husband?
You know, I don't give an F about what my family says ever. I just live my life.
I understand, but how do they feel though?
You don't want to hear about that. They are Chinese and they're from China, so I don't have to tell you,
And I've been to China a few times, so I definitely understand.
Oh, you have?
Yes,
When's
ma'am.
the next time you'll be in China?
I think I'll be going back to China in the spring. There's a conference.
Really?
Yes.
He got money to go to China, y'all. But, he was sitting here having a hard time coming up with paying, water bills and vacant property registration fees and judgments. Like he was struggling with that. He was begging for money for that. Now he has enough money to go to China. Make this make sense? Why would they want him to go to China if he's asking someone of Asian descent from China whether or not she's married to a Black man? Does he not realize how that's going to backlash on him when he goes to China? So hopefully everyone in China will see this video and then they'll see you're a racist piece of crap. And as opposed to you just answering a question about a kid, you're trying to find out why this woman is married to a Black man and how her family feels about it. So why are you going to China knowing that they're going to see this video? Make that make sense?
City.
Yes, ma'am. But getting back to the
It's so
conversation,
ridiculous.
though, how does a Chinese woman from a racist Chinese family?
That's not the conversation.
I mean,
What?
that's the $1 million question. I could go all night about our love story, but I guess my question to you would be, I just wonder how I can raise my Malaysian son the best way. Like, I have the option between raising him.
what she did. That's what the hell needs to happen when he's asking these dumbass questions. Ignore that nonsense. We can go on that all night. But what my question is about me raising my blazing son right now. Like, because this is about a question about kids. Oh, this is epic.
Philly or in San Francisco or in
Oh,
London
yeah.
or in China, but I wonder what's the best course
That's
of
how
action.
it's
I just want to
done.
raise someone who's strong and independent and sure of himself and is able to build a bright future. So I just wonder if you could give me some pointers.
What identity?
Oh my God. Congratulations, Cher. Y'all, she's a first-time Grammy tonight. Cher had a grandbaby. Oh, the little babies. We love the babies. Oh, congratulations to you, Cher. You had a grandbaby. Is it a grandson or granddaughter? Y'all congratulate Cher in the chat. She's a first-time Grammy tonight. Oh my God. Oh. Is it a boy or girl? I love babies. Babies are so sweet. They require a lot of milk and pampers and wipes, but they're still sweet and adorable. First time grandmother up in the house. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you for tuning in. Congratulations to you, Cher. That is fantastic. What's going on, Black Lily? How you doing? Yeah, yep. Ghostface. Umar is an absolute moron. Exactly. Naomi Embray Bain. Am I saying that right? Bain, Bain. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby girl. Don't spoil her too much, but it's child. I tell my mother the same thing. Can you please stop spoiling my sons? And it's 17 and 13. It never ends. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your daughter, your son, both your daughters and your son, because both of them yours now. They didn't have a baby together. Oh my goodness, we love the babies. Y'all, shout out to Cher. She had her first grandbaby as a granddaughter. Beautiful name. Congratulations to you, sweetheart. Shout out to my boss. I appreciate that. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. I know, right? We love babies up in here. Oh. Little pumpkin. She gonna spoil this baby rotten. And she was born a couple weeks before Christmas. 12 days before Christmas. Oh my goodness.
Do you plan to
she
raise
gonna be
him
spoiled.
under? Will he be raised as a black child? Will he be raised as a Chinese child? Will he be raised with a
Why
mixed
can't it be
race
both?
complex? Like, what identity do you plan to foster into him?
What difference does it
I have
make?
no idea. I mean, factually, he would be Blasian, wouldn't he?
Yep.
Yes, but racially and politically speaking, he would be
No,
black.
you don't raise a kid politically. You don't raise children politically. Y'all hear this idiot? Umar is an idiot. You don't raising a kid politically. This is coming from someone who did not raise his own kids, okay? Who played no role in his children's lives. And he's got girls. And he's sitting here talking to a grown woman about to have a son that is going to be mixed, black and Asian. And asking her politically, what are you going to raise him as? Politically, he would be black. What do you mean? What does politics have to do with this? This child's not even born yet. Umar's an idiot.
He
What
would
a
be
dumb
black,
thing to
and
say.
he would also be Chinese, equal part black and Chinese.
Right.
That's just
Right, but since Chinese is a nationality and not a race, he would be
Huh?
African
Yes.
American. But
he would
people
be.
is Africanity first. So then
Mm.
it becomes, even
Africanity?
though he will,
Africanity is not, what the is wrong with him? Africanity? Okay, now I'm gonna have to look this up.
first. So then it
Mm.
You
becomes,
can't make this stuff
even
up.
though he will personally embrace heritage on both sides of the family, politically and socially, what is the benefit of him being raised with a mixed race identity when the world will see him as black first? Even in China, where I've met plenty of mixed race.
Umar's an idiot. He's a moron. Africanity is a noun. the quality or state of being African or of having African origins. Why in the world? What if his origins not necessarily in Africa? Yeah, that would be a bombshell. I'm just asking questions here. Why does he care about that? The Africanity of it. Based on politics, you let him say it. Politically, he would be black. What does that mean? See, why did she call him? Does she not know that he's a clown?
The Blasian children.
She
Even
trolling
in
him
China,
or
they're
what?
treated just like black people. So why not raise him as black politically and racially? Why the need to
Politically, it's not how you raise
when
kids.
everybody's going to see you as black anyway?
Yeah, that's a very good point. I guess
You don't raise kids politically. I don't raise my kids based on politics. I raise them based on having good morals, education, spirituality. Have them read about their history, my family lineage. I mean, what politics? They don't need to know anything about what's. First of all, I'm apolitical. I'm not Democrat or Republican. So, I mean, I'm proof that you don't have to raise a kid politically speak. Like, you don't have to raise them up in politics. You raise them up with an understanding of law and how government works and operates. They can have an understanding of civics and history in this country. But you're talking about politically as in they need to be geared in politics. No, they don't. And this is coming from a clown who has no respect for the rule of law because he won't stop practicing psychology without a license or a certificate. You know, because legally he can be in trouble. Forget politically. Legally, he could be in trouble. How about that? Raise your kids up to understand the law and to have a respect for the rule of law. Politically speaking.
my question
You
would just
kidding
be,
me?
in practice,
You
like
can't
how
make
can
this
I
up.
raise him better as a black child?
Send him to my school, and I'll make sure all that's taken care of. You won't have to worry about a thing. So,
So
Frederick,
we're in the same Philly. We're in the same
we
Philly.
accept all mixed race children. We accept them all. We
Really,
want
you
all.
do?
Yes, we will
I
Africanize
mean, you would.
this. And he will
Sound
still
mix. It's
know
more
his
complicated than
Chinese
that,
roots,
Umar.
and he will still
Exactly.
respect his
Africanity.
Chinese roots, but he will be 100% unapologetically African. But you must also understand that he will be
I
taught
guess
that his father engaged.
Umar really thinks that African is, because it's a continent, not a country. Never mind the fact that he does not know the actual ancestral lineage of this child, right? He hasn't even seen the father. He has not talked to the father. He has no idea what is the lineage of the father. He has not traced the roots of this unborn child. He's just sitting here trying to get her to be convinced that he needs to be raised to be African, not Blasian, African. Because Africa being a continent, not a country. He's not even thinking smart enough to say, well, is there a way for you to put, the father on the phone, maybe, and I can get an understanding? Perhaps, does the father know what his lineage traces back to? I don't even understand why any of that is important. I'm going to be flat out on this. I don't know or care why this is important for him to answer a question about a kid he should not be answering, by the way, regarding an IEP or a learning plan or curriculum or anything. Something he still has not been able to come up with. You can't make this up. And he's sitting here hounding her about what her son is going to be born as and why she should raise him to be African, not Blasian. Now, forget ethnicity and genetics and science. Nope. Political. He's an idiot. Umar's an idiot.
Betrayal against the African race.
This is exactly why I hesitate to put him on, because I know you don't approve of his bunny hopping activities.
Exactly.
Yes, indeed.
No one cares.
But I mean, love wins, and love has won,
rice
and
over
we have to
sun.
deal with the consequences.
Yes, he chose rice culture over sun culture.
What?
He did. He hopped a rice bunny, and then we have to live with the consequences.
Yes.
But I will be in China next spring, hopefully, and I hope to see you here. And I have to say that there are a lot of rice bunnies who are into your work and into you, and like just like so into
Yeah,
your
he's going
charisma.
to
And I know that
China
you're
for
not
some
all about
reason.
that, but just want to let you know that they're out there.
What
I
is
appreciate
that,
the support,
man?
and I am aware
It's all
that I have
nonsense.
Asian
Race
fans,
is a
and I do
nebulous
respect
concept.
them
Yeah,
as I respect all people. I do believe that once African people
Africanity.
retake ownership of the planet Earth,
But
we can then
over
all
it.
live in a world of authentic brotherhood and sisterhood, regardless of race. But until Africans are put back in charge of the planet, we're going to continue to deal with racism.
You're actually being racist right now. You goon. You dumb oompa loompa. You sound like the most racist person on the planet right now. Oh my God. You can race has nothing to do with this. He's telling her you got to raise your kid to be black politically or African because of Africanity. Even though Africa, Umar, is a continent, not a country. Anyone can say they're from a continent. He's not even trying to like narrow it down to which country, which part of the country. No lineage, ancestral DNA testing, nothing. Like, why does that matter? Why does it matter? If she called him, either she's calling to troll him or he actually has supporters that are Asian descent. And he's sitting here trying to be nosy about why she's with a black man. Get the F out of here. He wouldn't care. It seems like he's jealous. Umar, you sound jealous. You sound jealous because you have no one. You slob wearing that damn too little medium hoodie. His hoodie is too little. I hope you all know that. It's nonsense. I know, right? This is so crazy. Cheryl said, "Oh my God, Africanity. What kind of buttholery is he speaking?" You can't make this stuff up. Umar is a clown. And Walker said, "I'm white. I have an adopted black granddaughter. You're raising her as any other child, colorblind in my family." I know, right? I have white people in my ancestry. That goes back to my grandmother's father. That would be my great grandfather. I mean, just he's saying this stuff because he wants to continue to impress black women that keep putting money in his PayPal and Cash App. Because for some reason you get these, where there's other black women that sit here and make an issue about another black man being with someone that's not a black woman. And yet most of them probably, have nothing to offer any race of man at all. It's that is the grift here. Umar's biggest grift is keeping those lonely black women supporters that can't get any man on the planet, let alone a black one, a good one. They'll get a dog one, but not a good one because of how they are. And trying to keep them happy by saying, "Oh, I'm only with black women. I don't date snow bunnies or anybody outside of the black race or the African race." Because, Africa, in his world, in his mind, is not a continent. He makes it sound like a city. But he does this to keep them happy, to keep his black female supporters happy, because that's the majority of where his money comes from. His PayPal, Cash Apps coming from black women, the majority of his supporters. So he's got to say this stuff and put on this persona to seem as if he's catering to these particular black women in this sector and make them feel special. Like, that's why the lady who called earlier was too busy trying to do her hair and all this stuff. Because he's 51 years old. I don't know why he thinks he's going to get somebody half his age that has a job and a home and has substance and something to offer. No, you're going to get the type of women he's going to get is the women that he sits here and caters to. That's it. Those same women that are willing to give up half a paycheck to him while they don't ask him, when are you going to get a job? Aren't you supposed to be going to work somewhere? He's talking about going to China next year. So he's traveling internationally. He went to Brazil and he can't say where he works. These are the women that are donating and funding him. So, of course, he's got to keep them happy. And these are the same women he would never ever date, go out to lunch with. He wouldn't pay them 2 minutes of his time. He just says whatever he needs to say to flatter them, to keep them, interested enough to keep giving him their money. That's it. He just uses them for money, and they're not smart enough to pick that up. They don't ask about, well, where's the evidence that, you're doing this, work is being done in these schools. We don't see any work permits on file. Where's any evidence that you own this school, that you bought it, that you paid for it? Who paid the judgments to the court? They don't ask questions like that. That's what I mean by these women would never, ever be able to get a reasonable man on their own. And they gravitate to someone that appeals to their ego and they just make them feel good. That's it. They don't ask questions. They don't try to get to the facts. None of that. And as long as he's saying black queens forever, snow bunnies never. They be like, Dr. Umar, oh, here you go. Here's the $50, baby. Just giving up their money to him for no damn reason when they should be putting it on their light bill. These clowns out here, these are his supporters. So he has to sit here and pretend like he doesn't like other women of other races when he knows he does. We all know he does. We all know Umar is not picky. He likes white women. He likes Asian, Latinos, Brazilian women. It doesn't matter. What he sees is someone who called in that I don't know why she called him, but is sitting here with, pregnant with a black man's baby that probably has a lot more to offer than these women that are sitting here catcalling him in his live stream. Catcalling. They wouldn't have anything to offer him because, he wants somebody to take care of his ass. They wouldn't be able to do that. They'll give him $10, $20 in there. You can't make this up. Somebody probably will take care of him. Let me not say that. Somebody probably would be stupid enough to take care of him. But he'll get sick of him. Shout out to you, Linda Walker. Color that has no, when it comes to love and raising the family and taking care of your kids, color and race should not even have a factor in that. It's so crazy. Carmen, how you doing? My who wants some point. I just want to say that my doctors keep asking me about having kids, and I'm getting very annoyed because I'm just ready to scream, stay out my crowd. Child, having kids is not an easy thing to do. I will never lie about that. Both of my kids were born via C-section. Kids cost money. You got to have some finances stacked up, and you got to be prepared to lose a lot of sleep. I'm just going to be completely honest. I don't think I've slept, full night or anything since before I had kids. Because you're always worried about them. No matter how old they are. No matter, if they're here with their dad, spending time with him, I'm always worried about them. I'm a mama forever. So, you got to be prepared to lose a lot of sleep, change a lot of diapers, get a lot of formula, take them to the doctor. Daycare is, a joke, but it costs a lot of money. You want them in good daycare. You want to be able to trust people around your baby. If you got to work, being a parent is hard work, but you got to be prepared for that. And I never ever just tell people, go out and have a baby. No, they gotta know exactly what they're about to get into. Real life up in here. Oh man. She said stay out of my crotch. Oh, Black, he thought he said something powerful. Yeah, he said nothing. He's never been a parent. Exactly. He don't take care of his own kids. WTF. Exactly. Kids' political stance isn't developed yet. That's the kids right when he's grown. You can't dictate that. Exactly. Sure say Saint. Randy said one moron asking another moron for advice. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what enthused her to call this clown child boo. Can't make this up. Shout out to all of you all tuning in. Thank you all so much for engaging in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button here. This is why we going over this, because this is something he should not even be doing. As said, if you were stranded on a desert island with the Swedish bikini team, Umar would absolutely go in. Let's cut the bullshit. Exactly. Umar doesn't care. He just appeases to these black women that keep giving him money, having him think that, he only cares about black queens. And he doesn't even treat black women right. So, that's he literally takes advantage of his own supporters, who are mostly black women. Dumbest thing he said in the past 5 seconds. He paid that woman to call in, did he? Probably did. Hey, Umar lost 2 pounds because of Ozempic just by eating right. It's very doable. Y'all see that medium hoodie he wearing, that belly protruding out, filled with little Debbie snack cakes and Swiss rolls. You can't make this up. This was on Thanksgiving Day, people. On Thanksgiving Day, instead of him spending time with his own kids, he's doing this on Thanksgiving Day. And yet, we still have not seen proof of life with his mother. I have no idea what's going on with her. We're well past the age of seafaring explorers. We're not isolated from one another, wondering if people exist beyond the horizon. The world is far too small. Exactly. I only date black women. Congratulates. Do you want a prize? I feel like she's trolling him. I feel like that too. I get the sense she's trolling him. Because she's sitting here laughing. She was like, oh, I could go into that, but I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, I called in to ask you about my son. But, I mean, it's like, why are you calling him?
So I'm looking forward to the of the great African Renaissance and the great African redemption, because under African leadership, I believe the world can function under truth, justice, and righteousness. And that's what we're striving for in the Pan-African movement. But I'm serious. I want you to run at the
He's
Frederick
a bad
Douglass
representation of Pan-Africanism.
And last question, what should we name him?
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Really?
There have been some great African heroes of Asian culture. And I think you should research some of them.
Jermaine
And not that you
Shoemake.
have to give him a name of an African hero in Asian culture, but if you wanted to blend both of them, there's definitely some great black men of antiquity who you will find spent a lot of time in China and did some great things in China. The samurai, the ninja orders, both of them were founded by the early
Samurai
Africans
ninja.
who came into Asia and settled and civilized. And you could potentially give him an Asian name, but for an African personality, if you wanted to go that route. But if you
It's
know,
so
you don't have
dumb
to,
what he's
right?
saying.
Because if he's African, you can give him a name from any African culture, not just Asian African culture. So I think you really have to meditate on that. But I would also offer you this.
Asian African culture. He's just making shit up. Asian African culture. Yeah, this pseudo history bullshit. Exactly. Bruce Leroy. You know what? He probably wanted to say that. He just didn't want to be stereotypical. But he's stereotyping either way. Umar, you're a walking void. Like, you're literally, utterly useless to humanity right now. If you were trying to be a good father, it would be one thing. But the fact you don't work, you live with your mother, you refuse to show proof of life, you won't let her children and grandchildren see her, you have no job, you're not paying taxes, you're begging for money all the time, you definitely look like you know, before you pay taxes, you patronize Cinnabons. Like, you can't make this up. Utter use to humanity. He's giving humanity nothing. I mean, entertainment for sure, but nothing else. He's sitting here practicing psychology, trying to give advice to somebody about Chinese African culture. Yeah, she should name her son Bruce Leroy Jermaine Shoemake. I mean, what the hell?
In most African cultures, after a baby is born, there is a naming ceremony where
Oh,
a name is
wow.
chosen based on that child's purpose in this world. So you could go spiritual. You could go straight
You
spiritual and do a
can't make this
traditional
up.
African naming ceremony and let the spirit, the ancestors, choose that name for your son.
That sounds
Huh?
good. And do you confirm that? Do you support that Taiwan is part of China and not an independent country?
I have to study more on the politics of Taiwan because I've heard about the struggle there.
He doesn't know anything about China, Taiwan, Japan, Korea's. Pick one. He doesn't know anything about anything going on in Asia. I can guarantee you that. Umar can't tell you anything about Asian history or culture or anything. He has not said anything concrete at all. He's throwing out a bunch of terms, and he has not said one thing concrete to show that he has any knowledge of Asian culture. I mean, it would be different if he actually brought up a name or two. One of the great warriors, conquerors in Asian history, but he's not even doing that. Give us the origin of the poppy seed and opium. Umar, how did opium come about? You can't make this up. If she would have thrown out a couple names, he probably would not even know unless they were popular.
And before I give an informed opinion,
He
I think I
knows
need to study
nothing
more
about Taiwan.
about
Of
the
course
political
not.
struggles of the Taiwanese people.
Nope.
Oh,
He
you're
knows
always so
nothing.
diplomatic, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, peace and Pan-Africanism.
Thank you, young lady. Enjoy your day. One love.
Thank you, God.
All right.
Or peace and pan crust pizza.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever.
What I tell y'all? He's doing this to pander to those insecure black women that knows that he's a fat blob with nothing to offer humanity. He won't even work and pay taxes and add to our economy. He can literally move to another continent and it would not make a difference at all with his impact because he has none. Umar, you are a walking void amongst humanity.
Snow bunnies never. Why I can't see y'all comments? Are y'all commenting? Why I can't see y'all comments?
They're laughing.
Why I can't see y'all comments, brothers and sisters?
Yeah, they laughing at his ass.
Please don't wish me a happy Thanksgiving. Please do not wish me a happy Thanksgiving out of respect for the Native Americans. Out of respect for the Native Americans, brothers and sisters. I do not.
What does that have to do with Africa? Okay. He just got through saying he knows nothing about Asian culture or Taiwanese culture, to be specific. But he doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving because Native Americans
Celebrate Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
So please don't wish me. I will never celebrate the genocide of any people. I will never celebrate the genocide.
Well, he knows nothing about Taiwanese people.
I will never celebrate the genocide of any people. So please don't wish me happy Thanksgiving. With that being said, my Philadelphia Queens, if you got an extra sweet potato pie,
his teeth today.
If you got an extra order of that blueberry cobbler,
what?
If you got some yams, some greens with the turkey juice, if you got an extra side of that beef tongue,
but his ass will eat a meal.
My Philadelphia sisters, my South Jersey sisters, my Delaware sisters, my Northern Maryland sisters. If you are in the FDMG quad state, if you are in the FDMG quad state, if you are in the FDMG quad state of Southern Pennsylvania, Southern New Jersey, Delaware, or Northern Maryland, and you got an extra sweet potato pie,
you can't make this up.
Yes, I will come and pick up the sweet potato pie. King Kong will come pick up that sweet potato. I will come pick up some of them.
This clown does not celebrate Thanksgiving, but he wants a meal that's traditionally prepared for Thanksgiving, and in particular communities, because you don't get collard greens with turkey juice and all that. That's in black families. Yeah, and I'm not saying only black families, but I'm just saying the majority. Honestly, why can't he just go to Popeyes and KFC and go get something to eat? McDonald's is open. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, why are you asking for a meal on the day of Thanksgiving that is synonymous with Thanksgiving? So you want the food that somebody prepared for Thanksgiving to celebrate Thanksgiving Day. You'll eat the food prepared for it, but you won't recognize the holiday. You can't, man, this hypocrisy is something else. Umar, you such a fraud and a clown. It's not even
Queens with the
funny.
turkey juice. I'm
It's
not coming in your house.
ridiculous.
You will not Bill Cosby me. You will not R. Kelly me. You will not Sean Puffy Combs me. You will not Kaylin Walker me. I can't come in the house.
Would nobody want to do that with your fat, nasty ass? Who the hell would want to do this when you can barely brush your teeth? They don't even know if you've had a shower. You living up in a gym with black mold. Who the hell want to do that? This is what I mean. He caters to those black women that are still sending him cash apps and PayPals with no evidence of a building permit that anything is being done to a building with FDMG's name on it, I guess, that he still does not own. Umar, you didn't buy those buildings. Stride Inc., formerly known as K-12 Management, bought those buildings. And they transferred it over to their FDMG LLC, to which you aren't even listed on that either. As a nothing and a nobody. He wants someone to prepare him a meal when he needs a shower and a shave. You need to wash his scalp. You need to take that man unit off your face. Because we all know it's fake. Umar, stop putting your pubic hairs in your beard, trying to fill it in.
My sister. But I can do a drive-by. I will do a drive-by for that blueberry cobbler.
Nope.
I'm talking to the queens of the FDMG Quad State. That's Southern PA, Southern New Jersey, Delaware, and Northern Maryland. That's the FDMG Quad State. I'm not coming in that house.
So these fake queens just going to keep fattening him up, and they're not going to demand anything else. They're not going to demand that he goes into these schools and film every day him actually working or showing proof that he's putting his own money into these schools because he doesn't own them. So they're not going to demand anything in return. These black women that keep giving him money are fattening him up, feeding him meals, and he's giving them nothing in return for it. Not even a promise of you guys will be able to come and tour because, I at least have a key. How do we know he has access to the buildings? What if he doesn't have access to the buildings anymore? Has anybody thought about that? What if the owners of the buildings decided to change the locks on him and he can't get in? I'm just saying, because he doesn't go to the buildings and film like that. So what if he did not have the ability to get inside the school? You can't make this up.
Because you're going to try to quid pro quo me. I'm not coming in that house, but I would do a drive. I'm still trying to find out what kind of
He ain't
yams
got no
this sister trying
job.
to feed me. I'm still trying to find out what kind of yams this sister is trying to feed me.
You need a
If you have a
salad.
question about a child, I
That
don't
was
got no
going
tips
on.
for kids this morning.
That's fine. How you doing? That's he in it.
L Boogie, good morning, L Boogie. Lady J,
And
good
pay
morning,
some
Lady
child
J.
support. Exactly. You need a job.
You handled that call very well. Thank you, Empress. We have to be diplomatic. We have to be diplomatic.
Is that the girl that
Let me
we
do a
just
tap
watched
in.
in the
I
video
don't know why I
kissing
can't
his
see your
ass?
comments.
Are you a clown?
Not on camera.
Because I was turning on my light and I was sitting in the area so that you could see me. Hold on.
Take your time.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing all right. Where you at in the world?
I'm in North Carolina,
Around what city?
We
You
didn't
gotta give
need
me
to
a
know that.
specific. Give me the major city that's closest to you.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. I
Mhm.
spoke there once. Isn't that where North Carolina A&T is?
A&T is in Greensboro, so that's at least 2 hours
Yeah,
away
okay.
from me.
I spoke in Fayetteville one time at a small
Mhm.
community center about.
You shouldn't
Yeah,
even
at
be
the
doing
front, I
this.
didn't really know how to.
Okay, so what we gonna do next? Please tell me we're not gonna throw a blind weave or wig on it. Please tell me.
Why are you talking about her hair?
Because it was a situation that I've been in, and so I wanted to know, like, I didn't want social services getting involved with. I have a 6-year-old son,
Mhm.
and he kind of has like a speech delay, but I kept telling them that I did not want them evaluating him because he just needed more time to kind of like get his words together and slow down on speaking. That was last.
How would you know that? An evaluation doesn't mean it's going to render a diagnosis. In all thy getting, get some understanding. As a parent, it is our job to read and research and gain knowledge and understanding and use wisdom when it comes to our parenting and the decisions that we make because we're making these decisions for our children. And for her to not even want at least an evaluation is a sign of negligence to me. That's very negligent to say, I don't even want him evaluated. What do you mean? It's not like she's saying they're trying to shove medicine down his throat and I want to get a second opinion. It's a simple evaluation. And you're saying you don't even want him evaluated because he just needs some time. What if there's something going on and you're not a doctor? This woman is not a doctor. I can guarantee you that. She would have no way of evaluating her own child to determine why he has a speech delay. Maybe there's something going on where he needs an MRI or a CAT scan of the brain, and that could be causing some issues with a speech delay. She has no idea what's going on. An evaluation would determine that. It would look at it from a mental, psychological, and physiological stance. They might discover there's something in that in the brain or on the brain, putting a little pressure on that, causing a speech delay. God forbid, but that could be a very real situation where it could be something more physiologically related. And just a simple procedure, simple test will help you at least understand what's going on. That's negligent of her. These clowns calling him, and he's not supposed to be doing this at all because it's illegal. This is highly illegal what he's doing. I want to reiterate that. What Umar is doing is illegal. He is violating state laws by trying to purport himself to be a psychologist on any level. School psychologist, I don't care. Because he does not have a license or a certification. And by state law, he's supposed to have at least a certification and be employed with a school that is open, operating, and functioning. And he's supposed to be doing it for the school, for his job. He wouldn't be able to do it on Thanksgiving Day. What school is open on Thanksgiving Day? Yeah, wrong with him. He's an idiot.
This year, his speech has improved a lot. And they were still trying to ask me, they kept asking me, was he full term, which he was, and they kept asking me, was he...
You can't make this up.
I guess
it's a virus.
Like delayed, like retarded or something like that. And so I was telling him that no, he's not. And he actually writes with his left hand like his father. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, he probably thinks a lot faster than a lot of people. And
you ain't what? Wait.
And they were still trying to ask me, was he they kept asking me, was he full term, which he was, and they kept asking me, was he I guess
this is why he needs an evaluation
like or something like that. And so I was telling him that no, he's not. And he actually writes with his left hand like his father. Mm-hmm. And so
okay, he's left-handed. That has nothing to do with anything. That's genetics. This is why he needs to be evaluated, lady, because you're not a doctor. She won't even look up this information and do proper research. You can't make this up.
I was like, he probably thinks a lot faster than a lot of people. And if I'm not mistaken, those are considered gifted people. And so they have put social services.
Who told her that?
And they have a whole case I'm up against a whole case with them in regards to they have put me down as neglect and dependency.
Yes.
And so
because that's what didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say this negligence? Didn't I just say that? I just said it is highly negligent for her to be sitting here saying, I don't want him to get evaluated. You don't get to determine that, you idiot. If it's something related to your child's health and well-being, you do not interfere with that. Take him to get evaluated. It's that simple. She's doing all of this to avoid an evaluation because reasons. And sometimes these parents, walk around here and they feel, ashamed if their child ends up having an assessment done and the test results come out to what they don't want or expect. As opposed to seeing it as, I'm a mom, I'm going to help my child however way I can. They're too busy being embarrassed and shamed about it. Why? You're their parent. Make sure your child gets help. Make sure your child gets whatever they need so that they can be successful, so that they can have a good quality of life, so that they can get an education and then grow up and get a job. Now, because she's being highly negligent, which is something I just said. I hadn't even seen this. Something I just said. Now she's sitting here talking about being up against a whole case with social services. You deserve to be. If she keeps on, they're going to take custody from her. You talking about an evaluation? Go get the damn evaluation. It's stupid. This woman is so dumb.
It's a lot faster than a lot of people, and if I'm not mistaken, those are considered gifted people. And so
she's
they have
such
put
an
social
idiot.
services on me, and they have a whole case up against a whole case with them in regards to they have put me down as neglect and dependency.
You are neglectful.
And so the county that is in, I've been, the judge, she's white. The DSS attorney.
Don't matter. It's about laws. I'm black, and I'm saying you're being negligent. If you don't want your child just to get a simple evaluation done, that is highly negligent. Why would you risk social services making a better case against you to be able to take custody from you? What they're going to do is take her ass to court and recommend that she has custody revoked because, children are a gift. And although you do have the right to be a parent in the U.S., you F around and find out these kids and you already have social services looking at you. The court is going to say, okay, you abused this gift. You took it for granted. You took this child for granted. You talking about because he write with his left hand or something with his brain working faster. He could be gifted, but you wouldn't know that because you won't even let him get evaluated. If there's a speech delay, it could be a physiological issue or complication that could easily be treated. But you're not thinking about that because you just don't want him to get evaluated. It could literally be something that is based on human anatomy. Maybe he needs to get certain medication to help him, and it's only short term. It could be something that might just require a quick procedure or something, and then he's good. But she won't even let him get evaluated. And she wonder why social services is coming after her ass. This is highly negligent.
White. And my baby father, he had said that the worst people to sit next to is a black lady sitting next to a white man.
What?
I'm in the courtroom. I'm quoting them the GS bills from North Carolina, and I'm also telling them what they're in violation of. And the judge, she's a new judge. She's only been a judge for a year. And so she just keeps continuing my case. And they had just took my kids from my mother's house, and they're not trying to tell me where my kids are at. The social worker,
so she lost her kids. Didn't I tell y'all? You can't make this stuff up. Oh, dear God. So she's already had kids taken from her. Why does she keep procreating? This is just the stupidity of the people that's calling Umar, thinking that he's going to give them some advice of some sort. This right here. Grade A, level 1 stupidity on steroids. She's already had kids taken from her. And she's mad because they're trying to take this little boy. All because she doesn't want to get an evaluation. And she thinks somehow she's a lawyer now. Because she didn't go to law school. Now she thinks she's a lawyer or an attorney.
Telling them what they're in violation of. And
you can't tell them that.
The judge, she's a new
judge.
She's only been a judge for a year. And so she just keeps continuing my case. And
you can't make this up.
They had just took my kids from my mother's house, and they're not trying to tell me where my kids are at. The social worker, she isn't telling me where my kids are. She's not letting me speak to my kids or anything like that. And last time I spoke to my child was over a week ago. My daughter, she was crying. She's 11 years old. She was crying, and she was asking me when am I going to come get her? And I was just trying to tell her I'm coming, but
It's okay, mother. It's okay.
All you got to do is let the child get an evaluation done. You're negligent. What are you crying for? And then she has the audacity to go to court and to try to tell the court, the attorneys, what they're in violation of, as if she's an attorney. You are you serious? I don't feel bad for her. They need to take the 6-year-old.
It's okay to cry.
There
And
could
I'm
be
sorry you're
something
going
wrong
through
with
this.
him.
I'm very sorry you're going through this. You know, one of the things I don't like about
She bringing it
child
on
services
herself.
is they serve as judge, jury, and executioner of our families. Like they
No, they have the power to remove a child from a situation if it is a matter of safety or they're in danger. They also have the power to take a case before the court and to recommend a removal. That's the purpose of what this department is designed for. If you're doing the right thing, it's nothing you will ever have to worry about. You know how many millions of parents in the United States never had to worry about social services doing anything or threatening to take custody or any of that? The ones who do, like her, just all out of her ego and pride. She just doesn't want her son to get evaluated. You this is so unbelievable. And you want to blame the judge and the attorneys. You want to put the blame on social services. And you're getting dumbass advice from a man who didn't take care of his own kids. That's what we're coming down to. He doesn't even take care of his own children, and he got the nerve to complain about child protective services. You can't make this up when he had to be ordered to pay child support from a court of law. Are you kidding?
give these people, regular employees, the right to take a child from a family
This is crazy.
without a hearing in front of the judge. I think it's one of the most unfair things in America.
Nope.
And I can't believe that our Black elected officials have not done more.
I can't believe you don't understand how to read a law still. So reading comprehension is a problem for Umar. No, there are laws in place. Giving Child Protective Services, Department of Family Children Services, the power to do that if they deem that it is warranted for the child to be removed. If you're not presenting any issues for that to happen, then you would never have to worry about that. I've never had the Department of Family and Children Services or CPS come to my home and remove my children. Never. It's absolutely insane. She doesn't want to get the child evaluated. She has other children that have been removed from her care. I literally said she was negligent before she even got to that point of the story.
To push back and fight back against the oppressive family service system in the Black community, because
It's not
the research
oppressive.
shows us they target us more. They take our kids more. They are not likely to give us the benefit of the doubt.
I can show y'all examples of where kids should have been removed from a home and the parents are Black and they refuse to take the kids from the home. There are countless examples of that as well. Where you're sitting here like, why is this parent still able to keep their kids? I was watching some police body camera footage the other day of this Black girl that had two little girls, toddlers, in a home where it was an absolute filth. It was a house of horrors. And they came out, did an actual investigation, the custody investigation, walked through and everything. And they still didn't take those kids right away. It was deplorable. It was like, take these kids right now. They didn't even have on clothes. They were walking around in Pampers. The bed was so disgusting, it looked like it was growing mold, mildew, and algae on it. It looked like mushrooms was growing on the mattress. And they still didn't take those kids right away. You have so many examples of that where it's like, please take these kids out this home this instance, and they don't do it. This is coming from somebody that did not raise his own kids. Fuck out of here.
Right? False accusations, assumptions, prejudices.
Can't
So
make
I
this up.
understand your pain with this. Now, are you saying that they gave the children? How many children do you have?
Can't
I
make
have
this
two.
up.
Okay, and they gave all three of them to your mom.
Yes.
Okay,
And the
Hey,
father for
Foxy.
the last one, he had got into the case at the last minute, probably like a month or two ago, and they completely gave him to him. He
Shout
has
out
no
to my
job.
mods.
And they just gave him the kid, and he's in compliance with them. Whereas is no communication with the baby. And my last baby, he would be 3 December 30, and my second son,
How many kids you
his birthday is
got?
on Kwanzaa. So I feel like that they was waiting until this moment because it's the holidays, and that's something major.
So far, she said she sounds like she's got 3 kids: a 6-year-old, 11-year-old girl, and a 3-year-old. And she doesn't even have. Sounds like 2 of them are not even in her care, and they just took the 6-year-old. And she just said kids who are with their father. How many kids does she have?
When he had got into the case at the last minute, probably like a month or two ago, and they completely gave him to him. He has no job, and they just gave him the kid, and he's in compliance with them.
Girl, you got a job and you still an idiot. If he can get this baby an evaluation done, I mean, of course, because he's making decisions in the best interest of the children. There's a presumption of best interest here. Because she doesn't understand how laws work at all and she didn't go to law school. It's called the presumption of best interest. So they have to assume, okay, we got to give him a chance being the other parent, and that he will make the best decisions for the child in the child's best interest, starting with an evaluation for the baby, for the 6-year-old. Something she refuses to do with a job. And that's if she got a job. You sitting talking to Umar in your bathroom, girl. I highly doubt you work.
Whereas is no communication with the baby. And my last baby, he would be 3 December.
No communication.
30.
You got
And
a no
my
contact order.
second son, his birthday is on Kwanzaa. So I feel like that they was waiting until this moment because it's the holidays, and that's something major to them. They've been saying that the agency is closed. We won't be able to get back in contact with you about your kids and stuff like that, and they're not telling me where they're at or whatever. And so they kind of just getting away with it.
They ain't getting away with nothing.
Okay.
You didn't want to get the child
You
evaluated.
may have to find an attorney.
You may.
I've had 2 attorneys in that county, and I've had to fire both of them because the attorney.
Y'all hearing this shit? She's had 2 attorneys and she fired both of them. And this isn't a criminal matter. This is a civil matter. It's not like she was charged with something and went to jail. So unless you qualify to get free litigation in certain counties, in certain states, you can go through, some sort of nonprofit organization where they give you a pro bono attorney for certain cases. But otherwise, attorneys are at your own expense. The courts are not obligated to give you an attorney for a civil matter, for a civil procedure. Nope, not at all. So she fired them. That means she was paying for attorneys. And she's still not smart enough to just say, all of this over an evaluation. Let me get the child evaluated. It's that simple.
Find an attorney.
I've had 2 attorneys in that county, and I've had to fire both of them because
she fired both of them.
The
like an
attorneys
idiot.
are supposed to represent you, and whenever you're asking them to file certain motions, they're just having like a back about it. They don't want to have any they're not,
because they went to law school and you didn't, you idiot. What a moron. You can't make this up. They went to law school. You did not go. Hey, Status Quo, how you doing? What's going on? Yeah, Ek, how you doing? Black mold, no certificate of occupancy, no school. Exactly. Garma said the baby had seizures 2 days apart. No one knows if it's genetic or if the kid ingested a controlled substance. Stephanie is allegedly doing. Man, she's giving us stuff in bits and pieces. There it is, Dominique Jones. How you doing? What's going on? Because they telling her the truth. Exactly. There's certain cases. Let me tell you something. Oh my God, this girl is stupid. There are certain cases. You're talking about matters where these motions and pleadings are filed based on, you know, a matter of law or court rule or, just federal rules of civil procedure. You can't just file motions to the court because that's what you want to do. It needs to be merited. It needs to have some merit. It needs to be legitimate. You need to be able to state a claim. You need to be able to say what the issue is to the court and be able to provide evidence to support whatever motion you're trying to file. Otherwise, you'll piss the judge off for filing frivolous petitions to the court. And that's the quickest way, especially if she's dealing with a new judge here. Quickest way to piss them off because they don't want to read all that dumb shit. You think they want to read all these motions and pleadings because you walking around thinking that you actually have a law degree and you're an attorney with a bar license? Because if she was that, she wouldn't have to hire anybody. You can't make this up. She wants her attorneys to file things because she wants it done, but would never be able to present a legal argument to explain it. They want you to get this child evaluated. It's that simple. You should want to get your child evaluated. You've already lost your other 2 children, sounds like. And now you're trying to make commands of your own 2 attorneys you fired because they won't do what you want them to do. Their job is to be the attorney, to give you legal counseling and legal advice. They're to be overzealous for their client, but not at the expense of them allowing their client to tell them what to do. I had 2 attorneys, and anytime they say, hey, recommend that you might want to think about doing this. You know what? That makes sense. Because sometimes it just comes down to your character as well and how you portray yourself in court, especially in a civil matter. This is the stuff that this idiot doesn't know anything about. She's probably one of those sovereign citizens, like polite, thinking they know everything in a cult. Moorish American. Is that Moors? Moors? Yeah.
Pushing emotions. And I've been doing the footwork with my first baby father. We've been doing the footwork for the case. And so they definitely don't like that. I guess they were thinking that we were going to be, I was kind of young.
You don't know.
And I got tattoos on my face, stuff like that. But I guess they were thinking that they were dealing with
common law,
Black people. And so anytime
common law,
they're just having like a back about it. They don't want to have any like they're not wanting to push the emotions. And I've been doing the footwork with my first baby father. We've been doing the footwork for the case. And so they definitely don't like that. I guess they were thinking that we were going to be, I was kind of young and I got tattoos on my face, stuff like that. But I guess they were thinking that they were dealing with some dumb Black people. And so anytime that we've been in the courtroom, it's just a bunch of white people. If it's a little bit of Black people, then they're kind of docile. The white people, they will be in the courtroom and they will be junkies. Like I would see them in the courtroom and I could tell that they're high on drugs. The judge is giving them back their kids. They're saying that it's supposed to be contempt of court for a lot of cases. You're not supposed to be around your kids by yourself. And the white people they'll be sitting in court saying that they had the kids by themselves. They're not supposed to. She's giving them back the kids, and then when
they're supposed to be in contempt of court. Oh God. The judge has to find you in contempt. Someone can file a petition or a motion of contempt. But you got to prove that there was a willful and intentional violation of an order. That still warrants a hearing. Unless you committed a crime. If you had a protection order against someone and then that person breaks into your home and they, assault you, that's automatic. They're going to go to jail for being there and in violating the order as well as committing a crime. But if you saying, okay, there's a supervised visitation, you're supposed to be adhering to it in order. And you have visitation, but you don't really have someone supervising it. Something could have happened. So instead of you just automatically being held to contempt, no, there's a petition filed for contempt. You get a hearing, And then you go to court and say, Your Honor, I was not trying to violate this order. I had this visitation scheduled. The person that's supposed to supervise it didn't show up, and it was only an hour. So by the time half of my visitation time passed, I realized this person wasn't going to show up. It could be a reason. So they give you a hearing. It's called due process. Like, you just don't be held. You're just not found contempt. That's not how it works. This is the idiocy of this girl. Who is she?
I'm in the courtroom. She's just continuing it. And the clerk, she's even have been taking my documents. The last court date I had was a week ago. I had a bunch of documents for GS bills that they were violating on, and the clerk held it. And then at like 4 o'clock,
how were they violating it?
Back to me something that I had to follow myself. And I was like, well, why would you tell me to bring my documents up there so that she could file them for me? And you were just going to hand them back to me at the end of the court date without even having me be heard. And I was like, y'all were trying to documents for DSS and the judge to know what my argument was going to be that day, so that y'all could kind of get ahead as far as what I was trying to push up against them. And that's what they've been doing for the last year now.
None of that made any sense. None of it made any sense. See, she's not giving full information either. Anybody understand what the hell she's saying here? All I'm hearing is You can't make this stuff up.
I wanted to push it.
Oh my God, this
I've
is
been
painful.
doing the footwork with my first.
I can't stop looking at her hair.
Doing the footwork for the case, and so they definitely don't
I
like that.
both my turn. I know, right?
I look kind of young, and I got tattoos on my face, stuff like that. But I guess they were thinking that they were dealing
tattoos
with
on her face,
young Black people, and so anytime that we've been in the courtroom, it's just a bunch of like white people. If it's a little bit of Black people, then they're kind of docile. The white people,
can't make this up.
They will be in the courtroom and they will be junkies. Like I'll see them in the courtroom and I can tell that they're high on drugs.
Is she stereotyping
about the kids? They're saying that it's supposed to be contempt of court for a lot of cases. You're not supposed to be around your kids by yourself.
It's supposed to be.
The white people they'll be sitting in court saying that they had the kids by themselves. They're not supposed to. She's giving them back the kids, and then whenever I'm in the courtroom.
Because you have no idea what their legal argument was, what the justification was. You can't make this stuff up. This is someone who did not go to law school, people. And I tell you all the time, I definitely did not go to law school. I would never even want to go. But it's if you're gonna learn about the law, you got to learn about court rules and proceedings, and you gotta learn it, from many levels and many angles. You got to be able to look at a case impartially. You got to look at the case from both sides. This is insane what she's saying. She's fired 2 attorneys, by the way, because they didn't do what she wanted them to do. All of this because she didn't want to take the child to get evaluated. Plus other things that I'm sure she's leaving out. She's definitely omitting a lot of information here.
She just keeps continuing it. And the clerk, she's even
You're not asking a question.
My documents. The last court date I had was a week ago. I had a bunch of documents for GS bills that they were violating on, and the clerk
for GS bills that they were violating on. The vernacular, girl, your grammar syntax is piss poor. They were violating on. What exactly were they violating on with these GS bills? Y'all understand what this shit is? I forget law school. I'm wondering if she one of her regular school. I know, right? What is anybody know what she's talking about with some GS bills? What is it? What the hell does that mean? Umar looks uninterested. Oh, Umar was not interested from the first second he started the video. He was not interested the first second he started the video. Not at all. I think he's listening to the sensationalism of this story because it's full of drama and all. But if he was smart, he would be like, you're leaving a lot of stuff out, so I would rather you not go through all of that and just ask me a question directly about something specific with an education IEP. Like, he shouldn't be doing this, but I would rather he just tell her, listen, you need to get an attorney again. Stop firing your attorneys. You did not go to law school. I can tell. What are GS bills? What the hell is going on? They're violating on. Y'all see this? GS bills that they violating on. That's what this says. Documents for GS bills that they were violating on. Girl, you wonder why you lost your kids. You firing your attorneys?
held
You
it,
can't make
and
this
then at
up.
like 4 o'clock when the court was about to end, she handed them back to me something that I had to follow myself. And I
Damn
was like,
it.
well, why would you tell me to bring my documents up there so that she could file them for me? And
She's not filing them for you. That's not what the clerk of the court does, you moron. And the clerk continuing it. There's a reason for that. If she understood federal rules of civil procedure, she would understand why these status conferences, the hearings are being continued, because what you're going to is a status conference. Sounds like, not an actual trial. There's a difference. For fuck's sake.
my documents, the last court date I had was a week ago. I had a bunch of documents for GS bills that they were violating on. And
She can't prove they were violating.
And then at like 4 o'clock when the court was about to end, she handed them back to me something that I had to follow myself. And I was like, well, why would you tell me to bring my documents up there so that she could file them for me? And you were just going to hand them back to me at the end of the court date without even having me be heard. And I was like, y'all were trying to documents for DSS, and the judge.
None of that makes any sense. When you have documents you want to present as exhibits, you can take them to the courthouse, have them scanned into the case, and have it docketed. The clerk files and stamps the documents, and they give it back to you. It's scanned into the case. They don't keep it. They scan it in. You got to scan it in, though. They give you a file stamp copy. They scan it in, and that's electronically stored into the docket. So when you go to your hearing, the judge should be able to pull that stuff up on the computer electronically and see that it has been electronically filed and stamped and docketed into the case properly. Now, there are times where, depending on the situation, if you're an attorney and you know how to, ask for a special exception or something, you can just hand the judge and say, we filed it. We have a certificate of service. We have confirmation. We don't know why you don't see it, but here's a file stamp copy of it. And you hand them a file stamp copy of it in person. So you can hand them a file stamped copy if they're not able to pull it up electronically. But if you just took it up there and gave it to a clerk, and you did not take time to scan it into your case yourself, then that's not the clerk of the court's duty to do that. You have to scan it in. They look at the documents electronically, and then they do what's called a file and stamp to that document electronically. And if you want it filed and stamped manually, they can do that. You got to pay for that. So what is she expecting here? So she doesn't know how this stuff works at all, is what I'm hearing.
To know what my argument was going to be that day.
Oh my God.
So that y'all could kind of get ahead as far as what I was trying to push up against them. And that's what they've been doing for the last year now with me.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do, Queen, do you have my number?
No.
Are you able to take it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
This is painful. He's not an attorney. She got 3 different kids, sound like with 2 different men, at least. That's just based on what all I was able to pick up. It could be more. She's got at least 2 different baby fathers and 3 children, based on my count.
I'm sorry.
And she doesn't even want to take them to get evaluated. But blaming the court for taking them from her.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 215
Mm-hmm.
989
Mm-hmm.
9858.
He ain't gonna answer her call.
So just text me and keep me posted But I'm telling you, with that family court system, it's going to be hard to win those children back without an attorney. The other thing is you could also contact your elected representatives. I strongly urge you to write a letter to your state rep, your state senator, your.
That's bad advice. He's an idiot. They're not going to do anything. This is a legal matter. They're going to tell you, you need to talk with an attorney. They're not going to sit here and conform laws to fit what you want them to fit. Your senators, those are members of the legislative branch of government. What's the point of calling them? Unless you're lobbying for a bill to be passed and become law. They're not going to do anything. They can't go in and represent her. They can't call the judge. They can't call the court because then they would be creating a biasness, and the judge can't do that. So there's nothing that these lawmakers will be able to do. Nothing.
Rep, your U.S. senator.
You can't make this up.
The governor of your state, the mayor of your city, and your person. So that's U.S. rep, U.S. senator, state rep, state senator, governor, mayor, city council person.
Hey, everyone.
Just write them all a letter. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them you voted for them. They have no way of proving you didn't. Tell them you voted for them and you need their help with this situation to get your children back. They have the power.
They're not going to do anything, and they don't have the power. They represent the legislative branch of government. More things that he doesn't know and she has not learned. This is a legal matter. She needs an attorney. She needs to stop firing her attorneys. She's an idiot.
To also step in and do something.
Okay. They ain't gonna do shit.
All right. But keep me posted. Shoot me a text. Let me know what's going on. And if I can help, I'm here.
All right. Thank you.
Can he help? Yeah, he got no money. He gonna help her with. He can't write her pleadings and motions for her. He can't represent her. He's not an attorney. How are you gonna help her? You can't make this stuff up. He can't even stop breaking the law himself. He is literally breaking the law in this entire phone call. What the hell he gonna help her do? She's the one choosing not to take the child to get evaluated. You would think she would do whatever she need to do to get her kids back. This is so ridiculous.
Positive. No problem, Queen. All right.
Oh, okay. This is the end of it. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, y'all. We got Rembrandt. Y'all telling me to go to the 40-minute mark. I heard that was some stuff happening in this video that we need to check out. So let me go to the 40-minute. Okay.
In the house, you've been around him, and you have a lot of things going on outside of the internet.
Can y'all hear 40-minute mark? Hold on. I heard it was a cat fight on Rembrandt today.
Go ahead, I apologize.
No, hold on, wait. All y'all stop a minute. Umar don't need no voice up here. It's 50-11 of y'all channels sitting up here holding Dr. Umar.
Hold on. Ooh, what was going on? Ooh, Rembrandt. Okay, y'all make sure y'all check out Rembrandt. He is growing. Make sure you guys I'm gonna drop this channel link, the video link in the chat. You can't make this up. What the hell happened? Oh, hold on. All right. Ghost Manny, can you drop his YouTube channel link? Drop YouTube channel, Rembrandt's YouTube channel link in the chat for me. Y'all, they said he had a duking out over there at Rembrandt. It's about to get good. Let's see what's going on. Lord have mercy. Is there a live stream I can see? Where's the live stream that was going on? Did they ever show the live stream? It looked like there was some stuff being said in the chat that I'm missing. All right, y'all, let's get to it. I want to see what's happening here. Oh, good Lord. Rembrandt needs to cut on his closed captions too.
Umar, fat ass up, okay?
Oh, here we go.
Don't do that.
Who is this lady? You don't know who
Hold on. Wait a minute, bro.
Damn.
Your platform, because I knew.
Damn it. Y'all, the replay is not selected. That's just for comments. I want to see the replay on the chat.
I knew that avatar looked familiar. And if I'm not mistaken, your platform is bigger than my bros and mine combined. So if you want to have a platform, go ahead and put up your little altar over there on your channel and talk
Oh,
and be a
snap.
shield for Fat Funky all you want to. Okay?
Umar needs 5 to 7 million. You got 5 to
Y'all
7
have
million.
y'all own realm. You are out of your perimeter fence. Why the fuck didn't it go off?
Who is it?
Are you Darlene?
That's Bert.
Darlene? Are you Darlene?
That's
Umar
No.
needs 5
Let me
million.
handle this. Let me handle
Get
this.
him, Trip. Get him, Trip.
Cause
He
I
was
Get
don't
him,
on
allow
her
Trip.
channel
y'all over
talking
here.
mad crazy. Girl, she
Get him,
Y'all
didn't
must
fight.
have forgot
She
the
didn't
rules.
fight for him.
Y'all
They
must have
talking
forgot
about,
the
oh
rules.
my God,
Y'all are
that
not
woman
loud over
sounded
here.
fucking
Oh,
crazy.
I
snap.
don't give a damn what I say about Umar. He ain't no
Yeah,
better.
Oh my God. How did this start? I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Because this started before that 40-minute mark. Y'all, can somebody tell Rimrum to please cut on the replay for his live chat? Because I want to see what's going on in the live chat. He got to cut that feature on in the analytics. Oh my God. Oh man. I wonder if he's still up. What time zone he in?
but she came. She did a lot of
Oh my God.
theatrical shit, like trying to walk by and look at me and everything. Like, girl,
Did she get her
Can't make-
kids yet?
huh?
Did she get her kids?
Who?
I'm just going off of what she said in the documentary. I ain't trying to, you
Who? I know.
But wait, hold on. Wait, because you're going off topic.
My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just clowning her. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, hold on, wait. All y'all stop a minute. Umar don't need no voice up here. It's 11 of y'all channels sitting up here holding Dr. Umar fat ass up, okay? Don't do that.
Who is this lady? You don't know who
Hold
she
on.
is?
Wait a minute, bro. Your
Hey, for that
platform, because I knew that avatar looked familiar. And if I'm not mistaken, your platform is bigger than my bros and mine combined. So if you want to have a platform, go ahead and put up your little altar over there on your channel and talk and be a shield for Fat Funky all you want to. Okay?
Umar needs 5 to 7 million. You got 5 to
Y'all
7
have
million.
y'all
Oh my
own
God.
realm. You are out of your perimeter fence. Why the fuck didn't it go off?
Who is it?
Are you Darlene?
That's Bert.
Are you Darlene?
That's
Umar needs
No.
5
Let me
million.
handle this. Let me handle
Get
this.
him, Trip. Get him, Trip.
Because
He
I
was
don't
on her
allow
channel
y'all over
talking
here.
mad crazy. Girl, she
Y'all
didn't
must
fight.
have forgot
She
the
didn't
rules.
fight for him.
Y'all
They
must have
talking
forgot
about,
the
oh
rules.
my
Y'all
God,
are
that
not
woman
loud over
sounded
here.
fucking crazy.
I don't give a damn what I say about Umar. He ain't no
Yeah,
better than nan other
she's
man.
lost in a senior citizen that's
Oh my
lost in the
God.
fucking sauce.
Girl, you
I
better
think she
roll
said
your
on her
ass on
channel
somewhere
didn't she say
else.
that they cleaned up the house? First she said it wasn't a hoarder, now they cleaned up the house.
Oh wow.
Umar pray.
Look, you go
Like,
over
girl,
there.
if I was
You
your
go
son,
over
I'd do
there
that.
on your channel, hunty, and go stroke.
Y'all, who is Trip C? Who is Trip C? Oh man, I'm trying to control the volume just a little bit because she's definitely got a lot more power in her volume over Rim and Lene. So I'm trying to get it down to where it's not, it's equal, balanced with the volume. But her mic is just louder, so y'all just gonna have to deal with that. What is going on? What the hell happened? Who came to the chat? Because we can't see the chat. I can't see the replay option is not up. Y'all, who came into the chat? They are talk to eating with him and Malik. Who's for making the band? Oh Lord. Y'all know who these people are. Monica Milianka for making the band. Zule, how you doing? You new name. Shout out to you. What's going on? You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Manny, we have to drop the link in the next one, honey. I have to drop the link in the next one because we'll be up 4 or 5 hours. I'm trying to see what's going on here. But I have a few more Umar videos I'm gonna do tomorrow. Plus, we got to do a couple episodes for Nature Born Carbonation. So when I do the next Umar, I will drop the link. But we'll be at this 5-6 hours. You know how it go. just don't let me forget in the next live. I will drop the link. I'm just trying to figure out what happened in the chat because I really want to see what's going on in the chat. And he doesn't have his replay option on. Yeah, who is Trip C? She is funny.
Umar ego, because we don't do that over here.
You a weirdo for real. And I was giving you the benefit of the doubt a little bit, but
hold on. Y'all missed
Phil.
Wait a minute.
I think
Wait a minute. Y'all missed the sign.
You fighting hard for that shot.
See, and this is why I came. Stop. Y'all stop. Everything ain't a joke. See, that's why I came up. It's all right to laugh, but you got to get the main point out first. Lene.
Bring her up here.
I'm not finna deal with that tonight. That's a never-ending headache. No, let me ask, because this was the main reason that I asked you what happened in court. It was kicked out without prejudice, right? So you need more evidence?
Girl, she thinks she's a bully.
Listen,
chill out.
bro. Listen, let her write her insurance write-offs and all that insurance things she be doing. And go do the dang thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm asking about the case.
Yeah, okay. So about the case. I went over it. I did a separate video on it. I even went to the court docket. When you have a protection order or restraining order, you have to have sufficient evidence to justify it. With a protection order, typically it involves you saying to the judge that there has been some threat to my life to where someone is wanting to do me physical bodily injury or harm, and then typically you give the judge 2 to 3 good, pieces of evidence or examples of what exactly occurred and what was said that was considered, a threat that could put you in any, harm or danger. So if that's not established, even if you're trying to get a temporary protection order, TPO, the judge more than likely will dismiss it because there's just a lack of sufficient evidence. And that's what it was. That's what the order says. So I actually went over the court documents. And she can, without prejudice, meaning she could refile it if she wanted to. She just needs to have sufficient evidence to really kind of meet that burden. And this of a ponderance of the evidence. This isn't a criminal matter. Getting a TPO is still a civil proceeding. So even if she were to say, I have 3 phone calls, he, left voicemail messages, he sent me a couple text messages, and he said that he was going to be doing something to me. He's going to come to my home. He's sending people after me. Like, she has to make that case. I'm not saying she wouldn't, because he sent the text to her son, to Lene's son, that was highly inappropriate. And then, said, this is going to be resolved one way or the other. And then look how his, Umar Tardians, the Oguni goes at. They go in and they reinforce the threats. So if she were to refile it, now she could take a snippet of the chat where you have his Umar Tardians coming in, trying to defend him, speaking on his behalf, making threats or bullying, harassing to the point where she feels unsafe. But she has to show that evidence to the judge. If she were to refile it, that's exactly what would be the expectation. Or else she could risk it being dismissed with prejudice the next time. So that's what Trip C is asking. But I went over it so y'all can just check out that video. It's on the Umar Johnson playlist where I go over the court documents dealing with her case. And I recommended that she get an attorney so that her attorney can actually express a viable legal argument and present the exhibits in a way to where you meet meet your burden. You can prove your case. That's what she needed, an attorney, really.
Dive bar.
Hold on, yo.
Be trying to.
Hold on.
I'm asking about the case.
Miss Lene.
I can't hear. There's a lot of things going on.
I know.
That's what happened?
So, okay, this is what it is. We went into the court. Neither one of us sat down. It's not that type of scenery. Like, we walked in, it was a gang of people and reporters and all this other stuff. There were literally probably about 4 or 5 people in the courtroom. We held up our hands. We got sworn in, and then automatically she wanted me to present the evidence of this dude stalking, harassing, and I did that. But the first thing I gave her, I brought up because I went in early. See, they don't know this. I went in at 9 o'clock. When I first got the notice I was supposed to be in court and my attorney wasn't going to come. I went in.
Oh, she went out. Shit.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
She probably gonna come back up.
Hold on.
So, where drunk auntie at? We need to get her out the
The
chat.
producer show. I always been up here, Saint Simmer. I don't know what you're talking about, honey.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about either. What do you mean by that? A producer's show. What does that mean?
I don't watch anything about no Making the Band, y'all. I don't know nothing about this show.
Anyway.
I don't even have cable.
Apparently.
Well, I got something to talk about.
Go ahead.
Until sis get back. Okay, let's talk about
They
that.
Was on
the
Diddy's
$5
show,
to $7 million it's going to take to remove all the mold.
Yeah, I got you, Manny. Umar's handlers
off the grounds and buildings. Somebody say, wait.
Have you talked to Nick Slap Remy?
Yeah, I was just on the channel a couple minutes ago.
What's up with that? With Pharaoh taking that?
Okay, so you talking about those 2 ladies that are sisters? I don't have cable. Look, Foxy said I don't have cable either, honey. YouTube. I think I may still have HBO for a minute. That's about it. I watch everything primarily on YouTube. It's free. I don't need no cable. Don't have time. Okay. Why get that expense? I only have internet because of the channels, and I have StreamYard. Otherwise, I wouldn't be paying $49 for StreamYard or $70 for, Xfinity cable if it wasn't for the channels. So, you guys would like to make a donation financially, I would appreciate that. That would be awesome and a blessing. Christmas is coming up. But either way, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button while we're waiting on Lene, I think. So they showed up for court. What did they do in court? I mean, did the judge have them removed? I mean, what occurred for, they were there, but those court hearings, it's a TPO. And this is supposed to be a trial hearing. So I would have, if she didn't feel comfortable, she could have requested that they be removed. But then again, certain hearings are just, especially these types of proceedings are public hearings. So you got to present a case as to why you want these people to be removed out the hearing. Because they could have been there for all she knows. They could have been there as witnesses. I'm just giving. See, and this is how you have to look at these legal matters. You have to look at it from both angles. You have to look at it from the judge's perspective, from the plaintiff's perspective, and the defendant's perspective. So if you go in, you're dealing with a pathological liar who's a damn narcissist with no job and is a walking void upon humanity. You already know what you're going to have to say and do to get straight to the point. That way, anything he tried to say would have been automatically invalidated, or she should have been asking him to present evidence. But, you know, the way Lene explains what happened, to me, I already know she needed an attorney. Because sometimes you could have the documentation. It's a matter of how you present it. It's a matter of how you actually make the legal argument. So if that's not something that you're good at and you can't afford an attorney, or, you know, let's say you decide, okay, I have to go through this, even if it's something filed against you and you're defended. At the very least, watch some video hearings. Court is very boring, but watch some hearings and listen to bar licensed attorneys give legal argument. So you can know how to phrase and what to say certain things when it comes to your case, how to present evidence, to understand, you know, court rules on how to actually ensure your exhibits are uploaded so it can be admitted. You want to do that. You don't want that matter to be based on your word versus their word. If you have documentation, you want the judge to want to look at your exhibits. So you got to be able to also make the argument. And it goes to that presentation as well. And it just seems like that's what she really needed, is an attorney to help her make that argument.
That medicine and it's giving them man titties.
I don't know.
Umar got man titties. He also got a belly filled with chocolate milk.
Oh, here she goes. I think. Hold on. Where's that? Oh, here she goes.
Y'all, Umar belly shakes when he laughs.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was just
okay. So we went in. We got sworn in.
Oh, good. You got an attorney. Oh, good.
Good.
What's going on, girl?
Because the paralegal was like, you have to make sure that the judge gets this envelope before you proceed. So I went in at 9 o'clock to drop off the envelope.
Thank you.
They didn't know what it was. That should have been a red flag right there.
Through my son.
I told my attorney, yes, there's an attorney. I told him that he didn't need to come.
How you doing, girl?
I told him, you don't need to come. And you got to understand, this person does a lot of things for me. But I told him, on this one, you don't need to come. So they told me that they thought that because of the situation, they thought that they should come. And I was like, nope, I don't want them knowing who my attorneys are. Because you see how people looked up the damn judge. So I didn't want them looking at the attorney. I didn't want him to have...
No. Your attorneys is not... I wanted to look up the judge to see who she was, because I wanted to see if she was a judicial assistant versus the presiding judge. And turns out she was a judicial assistant, like a judicial officer. So I looked her up specifically because if there's any level of bias that you perceived and you felt that you weren't even able to present your evidence or your exhibits to her, that there's a court rule. You can file a motion on a court rule to have your case heard by the presiding judge and not a judicial officer. That's the only reason why I did that. Otherwise, my godmother was a federal judge. I wouldn't want people to just be looking her up just for the hell of it. But, it's just because that is an option. If you're dealing with a judge, just not trying to, you're talking about a matter where you got evidence to show and they're not even really giving you the opportunity to present it, because they're not going to tell you how to submit it. But if you've submitted it and they don't even allow you to actually present the exhibits that you had, yeah, there's an option if it's a judicial officer or JO versus the presiding judge. I would have let my child. I was reporting on a judge who just got removed from the bench a couple months back here in Georgia. There's some judges out here that don't know what they're doing, and they go in and they forget, they were elected. They forget that. So sometimes they need a good reminder. But that was the only reason why I did that.
The level of counsel I have, right?
She's a clown.
So I went
it's all good,
and
girl.
I tried to present the envelope
but
again.
I did look up.
The judge acted like she didn't know what I was talking about.
Okay.
I said, okay, so here, I guess we're going in. Now, so I went in and presented the evidence. The way that she handled that case, she handled the case like I was like a baby mama fighting a baby daddy. Like, that's not what this is.
Ooh.
There was a lot of stuff I know that woman didn't understand. She was confused. It's all childish. It's very childish. And the way me being able to read a room and read a person from her aspect, I think she just wanted that shit up out of her courtroom on both sides.
It is so crazy. Those JOs are there to help alleviate some of the cases from the presiding judge. So the idea that, you know, the judicial assistant is bombarded, you know, I find that to be laughable, that she thinks that, oh, y'all are getting on my nerve. No, she's supposed to be there helping to alleviate the caseload from the presiding judge. So I was like, who is this damn judge? You can't make this up. Next time, that's why I say you refile. Have your attorney file that motion on that court rule. I think it's 1000.4 for that court rule to be invoked for that for the presiding judge to get the case. That way, when they do the motion, you know, this judge felt like this case was a burden to her, the judicial officer. So we're going to make sure it's not a burden to her next time. She won't even have to worry about this because this is going to go to the presiding judge. So the judicial assistant can kick rocks. She can tell and kick rocks.
Me acting and being frustrated and it didn't help the situation, but I didn't give a shit because first of all, I was tired. Second of all, I'm presenting this stuff. I'm trying to do what they told me to do, and you ain't doing what they said that you would do. So I was like, give me my shit and I'm out. And that's all of that extra, like this isn't a circus and all that. That's the sheriff trying to feel like he is somebody. I don't give a shit about none of that. They didn't lay no hands. They didn't tell me get out of the courtroom. Nothing like that. They told me that I can leave. And I left. When I got out of there, I called the special agent first and I called my attorney's office second. And I said, that did not go the way I thought it was going to go. And I'm not in a mood or alert enough to sit up here and do a court battle. Because I didn't expect it to be any of that. I expected, here's my evidence. He do his evidence, but that back and forth between me and the judge, I'm not that person. I don't argue with people in real life. So that is how it got to where it is. It was dismissed without prejudice. So if I want to spend my money and go back in, because you got to understand, my attorney works off of volume. He don't work by duty with me because I have so much stuff with the businesses and stuff. He works off of the volume of work that I give him. So if I want to let him eat down that time that I've already paid for and have him go back in, we can absolutely do that. But I also know that I need him and another attorney to go after Umar for something else. So I'm trying to balance my money, balance my time, balance everything.
Yeah, because attorneys charge for court appearances. Y'all do know that. You know, there's billable hours and them doing, the documentation and the paperwork, stuff like that. Then there's the court appearance. It's easy when it's like a virtual hearing or something. If they got to go in person, that's an extra fee they're gonna bill you for. So I understand that.
Out.
Okay, so basically, paraphrasing, the cost to reward ratio ain't high enough to take Umar Johnson to court.
I mean, not when he's building him, and they're trying to build a legal defense, and also, well, not a defense. They're trying to build a legal prospectus against this man. When we got the legal plan, when I first sat down with him, we did a legal plan. The legal plan, the first step was to follow directions from the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and go get an ex parte. That's all this was.
You're not blocked. I don't know why y'all in the chat talking smack Talking about
I
y'all
don't care
block.
about them.
It's that. I'm just telling
I have
them.
blocked
Y'all
Oh,
aren't blocked.
I thought you. Yeah,
I have
so
blocked
they're
anybody.
trying to make out like, you went in there, you thought you was gonna. No, I was told to go do it by. I'm listening to people that have looked at all of the evidence and said, hey, when you leave here, go downtown and get you an ex parte. Okay, so I follow direction. I didn't just wake up one morning like some other people and decide to run down and get an ex parte.
So, for those who don't understand, when there is a criminal matter going on, an investigation, a criminal trial, I take the example of what's going on with Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk and her 2 kids have a protection order, even though the shooter that shot Charlie Kirk is in jail. Let's say he were to make bail and get out, they have to have a protection order in place to protect them because of the heinous crime that was committed. There are times where, in criminal matters, if there's a chance, especially with Umar the Oompa Loompa, having a history of doxing people, sending out the Umar Tardians to people's houses, sending out death threats, doxing people with their addresses, wanting people to pull up on them, and all this bullshit they do that are cyber crimes, because it's a crime, cyber crimes, then there are certain just standard motions and orders you want to have in place, such as a protection order, because you don't know what he's going to do or how he's going to act out or what his cult following are going to do. And because they have a history of not only making threats but pulling up at people's houses because it's a crime and they should have been popped by a police officer, now they're actually able to pull up at somebody's house without the cops already being there, waiting for their asses to shoot their ass as soon as they turn around that corner. That's how deep that will be. Yeah. You if you know Umar's sticking one of his cult fans out here, his cult members, on you, and they know where you live, come on if you want to. You're gonna have 16 officers waiting for your ass. By the time I get through with that 911 call, you're gonna be calling him back saying, why you send me out there to the Lions Den? They were about to shoot my ass up. Yes. So because there is a criminal matter going on, criminal proceeding and investigation, and it might just trigger him and piss him off and his cult fans, them sycophants that are weird, then they told her, go get a protection order. So in case someone does show up, come near you, make a threat, anything like that, you have a protection order in place. And if they try anything, let them knock if they buck, they go into jail. Does that make sense? Sometimes those things work hand in hand. So for certain criminal matters, it's just someone goes out and commit murder, more than likely they're going to try to protect the family members, especially if you even have inclination that someone else may be involved. Let's protect the immediate family members and ensure that they have a protection order covering them. So in case anything happens, someone gets near them, anything goes wrong, they have that protection order, and this perpetrator can be found in violation of it, and we can at least lock their asses up on that. So it's the same principle here. So more than likely, whatever's going on criminally, he's going to get pissed off because reasons, even though he adds nothing to society. He doesn't even work and pay taxes. And the last thing you need is the Umar Tardians showing up at your house. Like, that's the last thing anybody needs. And you can't really do anything. And you got to sit here and start this process either way. Except now it's like, now I got to wait till something happens before I get a protection order. What the hell sense does that make? If there's a history, if there's evidence to show that a protection order is warranted, then let's go ahead and do that. Does that make sense? Any questions?
On him. If that was the case, I would have got one sooner. But it was requested that I do it based off of the things to come. It's a lot of people speaking on this that are their side. They're trying to act like this was a royal win. This was not shit. I can guard my own castle. Anybody that knows me knows that. They were saying, oh, she don't act like she's scared. No, you're looking at it wrong. This is why I said they don't have right perspective. You need to be thinking about the fact that I'm trying to do something to cover my own self. Because if I come across that man again, anything can happen. I want something to protect me.
Right.
So it shows I have done everything that I'm supposed to do as a citizen in order to do the right thing instead of just flying off the handle.
But wait, it's not illegal to talk about a stalker or
it's not.
terrorist. Wait, see, you know, cyberbullying or stuff like that. If that was the case, there wouldn't be no 48 hours. There wouldn't be no cops. There wouldn't be no law and order.
That's another thing about them. They have determined their own definition of things. She's not in Doc's damn mom. If I Doc's mom, then I would have put her damn medical record.
His mama address been out long ago.
And it's not. I didn't even put that out.
First of all, I don't even know the mother's address, and I did a whole video of her in church. I don't even know the mother's address. I don't even know the address. Good journalists don't have to even know that. Like they sit here and make these baseless accusations, and they have no proof of it. And then they find out hardware in court that this is not how this stuff works. But they don't want to sit here and answer to comments and videos that they make where they're literally threatening to essay people. A content creator literally said he would essay a woman because she said something that Umar didn't like because he doesn't have a spine and he's all belly. Like anyone gives a fuck how he feels. It was disgusting, and it was in a court document, in a federal lawsuit. Another content creator threatened to essay a woman at the behest of Umar. What kind of nonsense is that? That's evil and disgusting, and that person should be in jail. You're threatening to essay a woman? That's dark as hell. Who does that? All because some woman said something about another man. Make that make sense? Some BS on steroids.
See, if I wanted to, I could have.
No, I'm saying he put it out as a matter. He put out everybody's address.
Yeah.
He put out his mama address.
Renee, didn't he steal from your son?
You can't make
man. Then there's that. See, then my daughter, Katie, my daughter coming with her own shit. Because you don't know business.
Thank you for the receipts.
Putting my stuff up there on.
Thank you for the receipts. Not no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you for the receipts. Show them.
Okay, so receipts. there's this phenomenon where if you don't win in court, you can get it. It can get thrown out with or without prejudice.
Right.
So with prejudice means that you can never bring it back to court. Without prejudice means
Manny, hold on.
Let me finish first.
Hear everybody at once. You said what?
With prejudice means that you can never bring it back to court. Without prejudice means that you can bring it back to court. You just have to bring it back with more evidence.
No, we don't even have to do. I think it needs
I didn't say you. I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did.
It needs to be brought back and represented. That's what the problem is. With somebody that has the patience to do and the knowledge of the legal jargon and all of that, because I wasn't trying to do all of that. Take the envelope, go back in your chambers, turn on that camera, open it up.
Hold on.
So you can see what's going on, so you don't mess yourself up, and then go from there. They're talking to. Go ahead. What ended up happening after I called the agent? She said she didn't know why she obstructed justice. The judge had no idea what I was talking about when I told her it was under seal. She should have known. But her acting, I don't think that she expected that to come out of my mouth, and it wasn't lining up. There's a lot of stuff being said in that room that white woman didn't know nothing. What Shango sticks, stanky coochie. What are y'all talking about? She just wanted that childish ass shit up out of her space.
Umar didn't win, but he didn't lose neither.
He
just
didn't
like
do
Dr.
it.
Sebi.
He didn't present anything to win.
Wait, just like Dr. Sebi in court. But see, some people still think Dr. Sebi won.
You know what's so crazy about this?
It's just like if
you know what's so crazy about this. Whomever's sending these comments, because Rim, you gotta turn on your replay on your chat, bro. Whoever's putting these comments up, instead of them just looking up what a dismissal with prejudice is legally defined to be, they're trying to argue on something they don't understand. You can clearly tell they don't understand what dismissal with prejudice is legally defined to be. Just based on hearing you all's responses, this person is ignorant of the law because they can't tell you what a cyber crime is either. It's like they don't even know doxing is illegal. This is absolutely absurd. Why argue on something you know nothing about? Like, why is whoever's in the chat, why are they arguing about someone won something? That's not how a dismissal works. You win when you're having a judgment granted in your favor. A dismissal without prejudice, the case can be refiled. So if you go back and let's say the protection order is then granted in favor of the petitioner, then what? It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's just a matter of them looking up the definition of dismissal with prejudice. Was that too complicated for them to do a quick Google search?
Playing poker and something happens so the game don't finish and nobody win. That don't mean you won. It just means the game is null and void.
They're taking that. It says in favor, they found in favor of the respondent. They're taking that as a win. This was not that type of win, but they are going to hype it up because you got to think they're used to turning narrative. They're hyping things up like it's, oh, he won. This is like Harrisburg, PA. He won the case. And they over there doing all of that. And this wasn't a win because I can just come back next week and hit you with it again.
All right, I want to say something.
Well, can you hold on, Manny? Can you explain the part about him stealing from your son because you got cut off?
That's why I said this has to be in order because things get lost. We got a bestowment check, and then they had the nerve to speak on this.
What do you eat,
We got a bestowment check
meal, girl,
from the guy who had the tragedy. Okay, it wasn't where's that money at? It was our money. So my son had one check, and then there was another check that was a donation to FDMG. These are my people that I plugged this fucking idiot with. That was showing him love for letting his son come up and.
Okay, let me make sure we all understand the meaning of dismiss with prejudice. I just wanted to pull up a good article on this. This is legalclarity.org. A dismissal with prejudice is a final judgment on the merits of a case, meaning the court has made a determination on the core legal and factual issues of the claim. The dismissal permanently bars the plaintiff from filing another lawsuit against the same defendant based on the same set of facts or legal claim. So do not get it confused to say you cannot file another case again. Based on the core legal and factual issues of the claim, it bars the plaintiff from filing another lawsuit against the same defendant based on the same set of facts or legal claim. Let's say you had a different set of facts and evidence. You could take that same person back to court, but you would have to have a new claim with a new set of facts and evidence. So to hear people say it is dismissal prejudice, you can't file it again ever, it's more nuanced than that. All right. So I just wanted to clear that up so that you guys understand, even if this gets dismissed with prejudice, let's say she goes back and says, instead of a protection order, then let me file a lawsuit for the cyber harassment and the doxing and the bullying. Now, will the judge give you a protection order out of that? No. But what it will do is cause him to back the hell off. Mission accomplished. Take Marianne Lorient, for example. You think he's going to keep trying to call her and make death threats like that? You're going to have to pay her $68,000. Now, he can try to pull that BS stunt if he want to. Guess what he's going to do? Give her more evidence to sue his ass if she wanted to get a protection order or restraint order. We all know Umar is an idiot. But at some point, he's going to realize, I can't keep going down this route with the same person because it's going to make a stronger case against me regarding that individual. The only difference is he's not used to people suing the hell out of him. He's not used to it. He's used to being able to come online on social media, whine and cry like a fucking child, like a petulant child, and throw a tantrum about it. And then the Umar Tardians go after that person and dox him and cyberbully and cyber harass and attack that person for doing something they have the legal right to do, which is seek legal resolution in the court of law. That's what he's used to. He's not even used to losing a lawsuit because he tries to deter people from filing the lawsuit in the first place. Let his ass start losing like hell. I guarantee you he's going to start acting way different. Perhaps that's why he was looking and sounding so damn depressed in that video he was doing on Thanksgiving Day from his mama's closet, still breaking the law, trying to psychologize a child. You know, because he doesn't understand standard English, so we got to speak his dumb language. Trying to practice psychology, knowing he shouldn't have been doing that. Let him start actually losing lawsuits. He settled with Marianne Lorient because he knew you take this to court, that judge is going to hammer down on you. And she could have, Marianne Lorient, as the defendant, could have requested a jury hearing, a jury trial. Either party can file a jury demand. So you let her file a jury demand and then you get a jury in there and that lawsuit goes to trial with a jury, Umar would have been screwed. That's why he settled with Marianne Lorient, because he knew he wasn't going to win. And he knew he filed a slap suit. So they would have been able to ask for a judgment simply because he filed a slap suit. We have anti-slap suit laws that exist to protect people from being threatened with legal litigation. His slimy ass attorneys tried to do that to her. So she would have had ample evidence to prove that they knowingly and intentionally filed a slap suit and then tried to threaten her with litigation just to get her to stop something. Like he got the power to do that. But his ass won't sit here and tell people why he's got supervised visitation with a child. See, even just on character alone, you could tear Umar's ass up in court. People just don't like to do it. They get deterred because of the Umar Tardians. No one gives a damn about them. So now that you all understand, you need to file a lawsuit against him. File it. The only thing he can do is go in there and run his mouth. You just got to learn how to beat a narcissist at their own game.
An orate, because that's what he wanted to do. But my business dealings have nothing to do with Umar, and I'm successful in what I do.
There's a link, y'all.
But he took both the checks back to Philly My son is looking for the bestowment check, and he can't find it. So he hits Umar up and asks him, like, hey, the smaller check is for y'all, and there should be a large check in that bag. That's for us, And Umar never got back with him. Now, this is a young boy. Wow. This is the way he says that he out here trying to help. That man didn't, my son didn't ask. He treated him like a king when he was here. This is what fucked shit up with him and Umar. Umar did not look for the check. This boy is waiting to file his paperwork for his S-Corp. He's waiting to get his ball rolling, buy his equipment, do everything. This man would not look for the check. He was sitting on it to make him lose out. So what happened was, and because my son is just a solid ass child, he goes back to the person that initiated the check and was like, I don't know where we put it. It was a crazy night. Can you just write us out and cancel that check and write us out another check? And that's how he got his money. And he's still so damn solid. Boy, I raised some damn good kids. He's so motherfucking solid, y'all, that he didn't even come and tell me and badmouth Umar. He just took it as maybe he got busy. He didn't tell me about this until he found out what me and Umar had going on.
Wow.
He said, Mama, I meant to tell you this is what's going on. I said, why wouldn't you tell me something like that? He said, cuz he might have been busy. I said, no, that's the way that nigga is. That's what he is. So and further, and this is the same reason why Umar never talks about he want to call out my city. You was here twice before you came here. We brought you here. Why couldn't you go back to them people? Because you fucked over them too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
I don't have, my city love me. I'm good. I treat people, when I did that event, I opened it up to anybody that had, anybody that wanted to make some.
And hey, your son that received that text, is he a minor? Is he an adult or a minor? Umar is pathetic. I get flustered, I know, right? Lene, are you still here? No, you good. Is your son a minor? The one that got the text message? Or is he an adult? No, he's young. He's okay, but he's over 18. If you bring that text message back to court, it would be best if you have him testify so that way they can get a first-hand account. Because that text message could be seen as a threat, period. One way or the other, this is going to get resolved. Yeah, okay. Me personally, I would have been like, I need you to spill that out. Send me a text message and outline exactly how you think this is going to get resolved one way or the other. I'm asking questions. I want you to type it out plain, speak plain, and type it out. Exactly what you mean by one way or another, this is going to get resolved. You won't have a choice. Either that or he would have to find a way to get rid of that text. That's a cowardly move. You're going to send a text to, he sends a text to your son. And for what? And tell your son, he doesn't need to be scared of Umar. Your protection is more important than Umar's existence.
Money off of vending, food truck, whatever. I opened up the space. I don't gatekeep. I don't do no weird shit. I'm different. Mm-hmm. People came, they made their money, got whatever they wanted. I helped. They fuck with me so strong. They allowed me to use a historical theater across the street from the Negro Baseball League. That museum, that jacket he been running around wearing, that's here in Kansas City. This is directly across on the historical district.
Yo,
they gave me the whole gym theater in order to put on this, and they said, and if you need help, we'll look out for you.
Comments.
It tickles me every time somebody points something like that out. You know, Umar Johnson has been shouting out that he's going to build a school for little black boys for longer than some of these little black boys have been in school. And guess what? They done graduated college. They got a degree and a career.
And the thing about it is, that's the second story.
Let me tell y'all what else he did to the videographer. This nigga dirty. Let me tell you what else he did. I had two companies that filmed
a little bit.
Because remember, I'm
Yo,
one in the
drop down, bro.
She got it tight.
That's a fall. That's a fall.
She got it tight.
Hold on.
So
a flight from
Matter of fact, why don't
a flight from.
them pictures?
So you can sit up there and say I'm lying and all that, and that ain't his house. But there are other people that know.
All I got to say is live stream slip.
I just say you drop like you block some of the pictures, block some of it out, like personal stuff, but show the club.
Yeah.
Now remember
this is
remember when Umar messed up and turned the camera around?
She left.
And this is just like we were talking about the other night. The only
he the most requested scholar with no health insurance.
The most.
Hold on. Who is this? Okay, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad they stopped posting up the comments because you can't see the replay. He is that guy. You can't stop talking about him. What? He is that guy. You can't stop talking about him. Was this supposed to be two separate statements? Because gremlin syntax. You've been on a world tour for about 6 months. How would they know that? Are they following you all over social media? Because that's an indication to me. If you think I've been on a world tour, a world tour. I'm sorry, Lene, have you been all over the world? Lene been all over the world? So whoever posted up this comment is admitting that they know you've been on a tour. How can they prove you've been on a world tour? And it's all on social media. I mean, seriously. Do you need to leave the country to go speak on somebody's channel? That's what Umar's doing. They told the judge you did 19 videos, so they're cyber stalking. And they want to sit here and tell on themselves. They're cyber stalking and they're telling on themselves. And what's so crazy is they're saying terminology like a world tour. Who said you had to leave one country to go to another around the world to go on someone else's YouTube channel? If I invite you here in the Lady Luck Club, that is my prerogative. And I get to do what the hell I want to do with my platform. And for any clown to think they get to dictate this, they're sadly mistaken. Plus, I don't sit here and, allow cult members to dictate what the hell I do either way. Umar Tardians have no power over here. None. You can't make this up. For about 6 months now, sis, let it go, and you're worried about me. You're Googling me and posting me every day. We don't even know who the hell you are. Who's African? We don't even know who they are. I've never heard you talk about this person. And you've been over here, 2, 3 good times on my platform? I would have been like, I don't even know who you are. You can literally cease to exist and it would not bother my sleep or slumber. The hell is this?
Question nigga with that light fingers in his booty.
Now, do you see what I'm saying? Is that Umar?
It sounds like it.
Francis.
And posting me every day. First of all,
hey, did you say why you ain't seen
Manny,
your daughter to college?
Hold on.
Yes,
Y'all
ma'am.
made rice go up my nose.
Oh,
Oh my God.
See, one thing that y'all don't get is I ask her to come up. When she comes up on all our platforms, we ask her.
Exactly.
She be minding her goddamn business.
Thank you. Exactly. I asked you, I invited you over here. I wanted you to come over here and speak. Umar Tardians don't pay for they don't dictate I'm trying my best not to cuss. Bottom line, they have no power here. They mean nothing, and we don't care. I don't care about how cult members feel or what they think. I'm concerned more about her being able to say that you've been doing something for 6 months. You're tracking someone and you're telling on yourself. And it's like they're not putting 2 and 2 together because I guess math goes over their head as well as bad English. Bad English and all. This should be 2 separate sentences to whoever this person is. I don't even have to dignify their existence by saying their profile name. You can't make
Yeah, they think I'm out here trying to be like them. I don't go out here trying to be known, seen, and all of that. That's not my personality. I'm not scared of cameras.
So. Wait.
Oh, then why you say okay, but then you say me?
You called him a deal.
Hey, Umar.
Okay, wait. So it's not Umar. It's Malika.
Malika, can you tell Umar to make sure his mama warm tonight? Because it's 29 degrees in Philly.
Umar to show proof of life.
Thank you.
Okay, you get either one, but preferably proof of life. But we care about Mama Shoemake. Some of us.
Thank you, there you go.
Ask you to stick your fingers in the
Oh.
Here's my email. Email
me. Oh. So you went from.
Y'all gotta pause. I got a shout out to. Oh man, we got a super shout out to INA Prize Entertainment. When he finally goes down, his Tardians need to be charged too. Yeah, because co-conspirator. These are concepts they don't understand. So I'll let them find out with a pleasant surprise. They can be pleasantly surprised with it. You can name them as co-defendants in a lawsuit as well, by the way. They're literally perpetuating, his criminality and behavior on the internet. No one has the legal authority or the right to dox anyone. It's not necessary. I have literally reported on Umar's mother, posted up a video from confidential sources to whom I still did not have to reveal, nor did I have to even put out an address for. It's not necessary to put out information about someone if it's not already published to the public. No one needs to do that to see that this woman is not leaving this house because she has grandchildren and children that are not only calling the police to have wellness checks done, to which can be proven with evidence, something that the Umar Tardians still don't understand either. But you also have grandchildren practically begging Umar to let them see their grandmother. And they shouldn't even have to do that. They should not have to do that. If there are cameras around that home where she lives, don't you think camera footage could show when the last time she's been in and out that home? Police body camera footage can show what happened when they showed up to do a wellness check 3 times in 4 weeks. Like, these are the things that is baffling to me. And they think this evidence cannot be obtained. Oh, it can. Because if something has gone wrong and he's done something, it will be obtained either way. They're just not smart enough to figure that out, because cult. Boogity, oogity, woogity. You gotta speak their language for them to be able to oh, okay, I see what she's trying to say. Oh, he can be in trouble. Got it. It's ridiculous. So shout out to you for the $5 super. Thank you so much. Nothing but sheep and internet tough guys. Exactly. Name them in a lawsuit. Let's see how tough they still act. especially when one of them decides that they're going to sit here and make a threat to essay a woman because she said some things Umar didn't like. Not because she said it did something to the man, to the actual content creator. What's his name? What's the dude's name? Threatening to essay someone, essay that lady. He's a content creator, another YouTuber. Not because she physically did something he felt like he needed to defend himself. And essay is not the answer. That's not a form of defense. You're not defending anything or anyone by saying you're going to essay someone. So he effed up all the way when he said that. That is not a form of defense. Even if this woman is physically attacking you as a man, you don't turn around and say, well, Your Honor, I defended myself by essaying her. What do you mean? Who said stuff like that? You got to be a demon. You have to be soulless and evil. It is absolutely deplorable and disgusting. This is what they have on their side. I mean, it wouldn't even take much to obliterate any characterization of them. You can destroy that in 5 minutes. This is what they support for each other. Advocating for men to sit here and to say, I'm going to essay a woman because she said something against another grown man and that grown man didn't like it. The end. So he's going to commit a whole crime. But then he wants to punk out when he gets named in a lawsuit? Kick rocks. You willing to sit here to say it's okay to essay someone as a form of self-defense? Not even for yourself. Because someone else didn't like the criticism. Get the F out of here. You deserve to be in prison. You can't make this stuff up. That entire lawsuit can be used as an exhibit. And you can obliterate their ass in 5 minutes if you're good enough to do it. Can't make that stuff up. Essay a woman as a self-defense because she said something Umar didn't like. Get the fuck out of here. Who does that? You have to be sick and sadistic to say that, to even conjure up that thought. That's how I would break that down to the judge. Your Honor, no one even thinks like that. That of sound, reasonable thought. And all at the behest of another grown man because he didn't like some criticism to which he's subjected to because he chose to be a public figure. You see that? That's how you make that argument. Because he said this content creator actually said that. By the time you get through saying that one statement, the judge is going to be so disgusted with that person. Poetic Flacco, thank you. You make an allegation like that to say you're going to do something like that to somebody because of another man? I'm not laughing because of the essay application. I'm laughing because you're going to do this because another man's feelings is hurt. And they don't want us to think that they're gay. Get out of here. Internet tough guys. Laughable. Lady Luck, I need your email. Oh, man, I hope you got it. I'll post it up. Lady Luck Club, LLC at yahoo.com. Since we call her drunk auntie. Is this a person whose comment is up? Yeah, some of these names you say, it's like it's summoning them. It's like saying Candyman 3 times in the mirror. The next thing you know, darkness and evil is showing up in your live stream chat. Can't make this up. This is crazy. It's so crazy. Umar does not discriminate when it comes to penetration. Yeah, I know he doesn't. Umar using his business energy to commit crimes. Yeah, exactly. Lame Flacco also made fun of KKC bench in the head. That's so dark. It's so dark and evil. This is how he thinks. He's sick. He's sitting here to my essay and women shooting men in the head. It's like that's sick. And it's criminalistic. All I'm saying is that he's prone to criminal behavior. Why would any of the Umar Tardians want to claim somebody like that? Oh, he's in our group. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're saying he's a part of your conspiracy. You're claiming someone that makes these types of statements and allegations. Thank you for confirming. Like you can't take these Umar Tardians seriously. I wouldn't want to be associated with someone that is making these types of threats because Umar doesn't like criticism because of what he likes. That is disturbing. They dox kids. They dox Leonard. Yeah, they dox Leonard and his kids and his spouse. It is disturbing. You can't make this stuff up. They don't even care if they go after minor children. And all for what? Umar's feelings. When?
Esther, she sold her house.
She went to Diddy to Umar. Then she go from Diddy to Umar.
Yo, one in the same, bro. She got a type.
She says she gets very personal. I never comment on the way she looks. I would never do that. I'm so secure in my beautiful self. You don't have to comment on the way someone else's looks. You sitting here supporting someone that speaks of essaying a woman and shoot some man in the head, doxing people and doxing minor children, pulling up at people's houses. That's what you support in this Umar Tardian circle. That's the type of defense that they're giving Umar. It's deplorable. And they all look like criminals.
That's a fall. That's a fall.
You got it tight.
That's a fall right there, huh? You went from bad boy to toilets. You went from bad boy to toilets. Oh wow, that's sad.
Wait a minute.
You don't know who you playing with.
Oh my God! Nobody wants to do.
Bruh, I'm finna drop down.
John, you went from big chunks.
Don't leave.
You went first come to cash, then comes big bunch of woo, and then to the dookie toilets. Dookie toilets.
And you want her to come up here?
They said she be crying about him with women.
She said she's not worried about him. I'm worried about you, but somehow, some way.
We worried about the mold infection.
I don't care. I'll speak on them when they come for me, but then I get off of them. I'm not worried about none of them.
Why?
I'm sitting up here doing all of that and fucking up your name and everything. Girl.
We ain't gotta argue. We just gonna talk. I got a couple questions. We got a couple questions. And she get outraged, we just drop her. We'll drop her like Diddy did. We'll drop her like Diddy did. We'll drop her like Diddy did.
You can't make this up.
Do you want her to come up here?
Huh?
Do you want her to come up here?
It's up to you. I never have it. Never had a whole floor. I don't want to talk to that idiot.
Man, we gonna be on next.
I don't want to talk to her.
All right.
I don't. There's because let me explain this. Umar is an egotistical maniac. We all know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would want nothing more than to take a woman and put another woman and be fighting publicly. I'm not fucked up about Umar because I'm with a whole nother man.
How about let me be. Karma said, not comment on the screen you share and the comment on your screen, LLC. I heard he used people working underneath him to stalk and harass people. That's what cult leaders do. They stalk and harass people. Umar is not, just so y'all know, Umar is not the only person that I've researched and reported on that had this cult of personality and this cult following. He's not the most widely known either. I reported on Pettyons. They had a $1 billion crypto scam internationally. And they finally got hit with charges from the SEC and still being investigated by the FBI. Plus, they've been hit with a federal complaint from the New York Attorney General, as well as a federal lawsuit from the state of New York from a law firm. Novatech and the Pettyons, they scammed over 1.2 or 3 billion in a crypto scam. So he's not the most widely known or the most highly publicized. None of that. Just another drop in the bucket for me. Compared to something like that, a crypto scam involving scammers and call centers in other countries that were coming for me in the comment section in other languages. Umar and Umar Tardians are peas and carrots compared to that. And those scammers still didn't manage to sit here and say they're going to SA somebody. Or they want to see someone get shot in the head. They still manage. It's so crazy. They still manage not to say stuff like that in my chat. Can't make this up. All they would do is copy and paste the same old comments over and over again. Just like Candace Owens' cult and her following do. The bots, her cult members, they don't even bother me. Candace still, once again, she's not the biggest person as far as a scammer and a fraud. I don't know. They're worse out there. That's why I'm like, Umar is doing the same thing that any other cult member, cult of personality, cult leader has done. He's no different than a Jim Jones. He's just a dumb black Pan-African version of it. That's it. Not even smart enough to know that Africa is a continent, Umar, not a country. It says just the dumbest things. He breaks federal laws, state laws. He doesn't care. Of course they want to harass people. That they feel like they're committing cyber crimes while they're trying to get information to try to intentionally harass and defame people. And then get mad when they get named as in a lawsuit as a co-defendant. It's like that's their MO. That's how Umar Tardians, how cult members act. And the worst part is they don't care if they risk their own liberty and freedom, money, attorney's fees, litigation. They don't care about that because their whole goal is to try to scare people from doing that. And they don't have any legal authority to do it. But that's what they try to do. That's their MO. Are you trying to file a lawsuit? Let's attack you to death so that you don't file this lawsuit. Why are you scared to go to court? That'd be my question. Why y'all scared to go to court? Why are you scared to go to court, Umar? Take your ass to court. If you feel like you're innocent, go to court. The fact that he settled as the petitioner with Marianne Lorient tells me everything I need to know about these clowns. When it comes down to it, they're scared to go before a judge. He comes up with all these lies. He's in there like a petulant child. And then with Marianne, he just settles with her because he knew that was not going to be viable. His case was dead on arrival. He filed the slap suit. I said it was going to be a settlement. I just think she definitely deserved a lot more than $68,000. But that's how these cult members, these cult leaders, they at the end of the day, they're cowards. They don't want to be held accountable by the rule of law. They don't want to be sued. They don't want to go to jail. They scared of all of that. That's why they try to bully people out of doing that, out of pursuing some resolution in the legal court of law, a legal resolution in the court of law. They try to scare people from it. But all they can do is make threats and take people's chats and stuff. If they feeling froggy, tell them to jump. They want to file something on me, I can counterclaim. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, Umar. You and your Umar Tardians. They're sad and pathetic. They are sad and pathetic. That's what they do, though. Yep, Nature Boy Polite. All cult leaders. They're all cult leaders. They're cult followers. They walk around like they do no wrong. They think laws don't apply to them. Exactly. They try to sue you, countersue. If you seek a motion to dismiss, it gets denied, they counterclaim. And then hit them where it really hurts, in the pockets. To the point where they have to go to work and get jobs to pay out a judgment on you that they lost miserably. because they thought they knew something and they didn't. And they learned the hard way. They effed around and they found out. You can't make this up.
I'm not going to be
They
sitting
got
up here
money.
arguing with his fucking his next chick. I'm not that invested in that shit, and there's
The only one
nothing that
came
that
up-
woman
Yep.
can say to me on me because I don't know her personally. She's been running her mouth. She's been trying to be seen. Everything that they said that I was trying to do, clearly, sweetheart, you're trying to do that. Y'all ran to the internet as soon as you got out of court. I wasn't
She's the
thinking about
come
the
up.
damn internet. I was thinking about getting me something to eat and get my ass in a bed.
Right.
Lene.
Y'all are
Lene.
cloud chasers. I ain't seen you. You like TV. I can see it. I get it.
Lene. Lene. She's
don't-
the one. She the come up. She the come
You
up.
not
And
fighting over
I'm
him.
willing to bow out, girl. There you go.
She-
Get
she
your
the
man.
come
I don't
up.
give a fuck about you. I left
I'm
him.
saying.
Where's the text messages? Go tell that bearded faggot. Go. Where are the text messages
Diddy must have
of
did her
you?
wrong.
You letting go of me. Just
So
post
dirty.
that. He wanted
She went-
everybody to know that his Shango got polished. Because evidently y'all nobody else is doing it right. So he remembered me.
Oh my goodness.
Tell
No,
him to
that's
go and post
Um.
up where he told me to get the fuck on, get lost, get gone. I don't fuck with you, bitch. Bye. With anything that he's got, tell him to go post that shit. But it's not there because I left him alone. And now we're
Wow.
off that shit and we're on the other shit.
Listen,
Wow,
hold on,
wow,
Lene.
wow, wow.
Hold on, Manny, chill. You keep talking about her giving him a hot tui, but you keep skipping the part
When he was hooking
where he
you up.
putting her fingers in his booty. Now, if you're gonna talk about what they did sexually, talk about that too.
Go on, let it out. Go on, let the acrylic. Go on, let how you want.
Talk
He had
about
that.
that
He
too.
feeling for that
Yeah, it's a
acrylic.
trip.
That acrylic.
And
And she was
had
mad
nails.
about it.
He got
I've been
that
knowing you for
dookie
years,
love.
and you didn't let me, girl, take your fucking rightful place
Oh
on the
boy.
side of that idiot. But let's move on.
Finger in
What
her,
the?
finger in his booty.
I don't give a damn about them women. They wanted to be seen from the gate.
Right.
I'm just saying, wait a minute, y'all.
Oh,
How you fall from
Where'd
Diddy?
my coat go?
How you fall from Diddy to Tortoise that shitty? How that work? I'm just saying. You went from gold to mold. How that work, y'all?
Oh,
How that work? You know,
girl, you're
I guess
slipping. You're
she went
slipping
from
on your
two feet.
pimping.
She went from two
And then
feet
they
to
come
finger
up here
in the
talking about
booty.
everybody knows do not say these nuts to anybody because the first thing they're gonna reply back is in your mouth. Why are you going around using this 90 ass lingo? Oh my god.
But that's what
Oh
Diddy
my
used.
god. Talking about some these nuts. Like,
nah, because he got a limited vocabulary.
oh my
Man,
god.
He's not very smart.
that's a lot of money,
on.
man.
Just
That's
not
like
very
the
bright.
Kanye
school
lost
is
4
done. It's not
Limited
going to be
vocabulary.
open
Of course not. It's a
because they too
it's,
busy worried about dumb shit.
they didn't take they instead of
Hold on, I'm trying
And
to
they're
see
on
more comments up here.
that if you don't fuck on completed that movie, I would have been like,
I'm trying
you know, people just they're
On to
different.
next.
Different
On
places
to
got
next.
different things going
Ah,
on.
look who showed up.
I got a couple
My
questions.
thing is the other stuff that he can control and should control, he has no control over it. The way
Like
that
his
you
health.
keep things, the way that the fridge that you feed your mother out of, I can't understand how somebody is comfortable with living like that.
Mm.
He's a slob.
And the fact
I
that you
can't.
put cleaning supplies
There we
with
go.
juice.
Uh-oh.
There's no excuse for these things.
None.
You know, I'll give a pass where a pass is due. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? But some of the stuff that he's doing, he's nasty. Why would you clean a toilet like that? Why would you think other people want to see feces on it? What's wrong with your fucking discernment that you can't figure these things out as a 51-year-old man? And what's wrong with
because he don't clean. We all know that. That's a sign of a person that does not understand the aspect of cleaning. or germs or anything. Oh man, I can't wait till he turn on his chat replay. I'm just kind of prodding through it. You guys can watch the full because it is over 3 hours long. So I'm just trying to pull up some of these comments here because I wasn't able to like it's hard to keep up who y'all going back and forth with when we can't see the comments. Okay, she posted up another one. Oh dear Lord.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know why she did that stupid shit. You gotta be a hoot at parties, Philly Phil.
But the women, and that's no disrespect. Hold on for
Look, this way different. You could have got the drop on me.
You could have
You
been
could
the
have got the
cleanup
drop on
woman.
everything.
You could have
But
been
you
the
handled this
cleanup
one.
woman. You could have been the cleanup woman. And with the other one, y'all
Did I
miss
they don't know that.
Following
Who's
his
the other one
lead.
y'all
And I'm
naming?
gonna tell
She
you
didn't
one
post
thing
up
about that
anything.
man is he's a
It's this other one here that keeps posting up stuff. And it's just like the stuff that she says is just off. It's like, are you even listening to the conversation?
This last comment just pissed me off.
This comment right here is so weird.
So many women like him.
Right.
I think that's why a lot of these men are jealous. Because women
Jealous.
Men don't move like that, honey. Women do. Men don't care about that shit.
Oh, he said I'm jealous. Jealous of what? What? Jealous of what?
That's not what men get jealous of.
I think this person trolling. This person is trolling. They're trying to get a response because there's no way. If you just read what they wrote, just the syntax is off. Did she mean I love him? Because she put I loved them. Them what? That's what I'm saying. Y'all see the grammar syntax in this? I don't even know if I should be taking this person seriously like they're a real person. I mean, it could be. I'm just saying I can't. Their thought process is way off, and the grammar syntax is not even matching up. So many women like him. I think that's why a lot of these men are jealous. Women love. It's like a whole run-on sentence. Did they go to high school? So many women like him. I think that's why a lot of these men are jealous. Women love Umar. I refuse to call him doctor. Umar, y'all know it. Why are you using ebonics and slang, girl? No one is jealous of Umar because women who are depraved like Umar. You have to be depraved. And here's why. For you to sit here and support any man that would be willing to say, as a form of self-defense, they would essay a woman, and you welcome that man in your inner circle. You communicate with that man. You talk with that man. You have not cut off Poetic Flacco, knowing that he has made an allegation that is so heinous towards another woman that it is absolutely disturbing for you to try to even render a defense, especially when your English grammar syntax is like this. You wouldn't be competent enough to come up with a defense to even begin to justify why you're embracing Poetic Flacco when he is alleging and stating for some odd disgusting evil reason that he would be willing to essay a woman because she criticized Umar, another grown man. And that made it in a court document. And in a video. I mean, it's evidence to prove it. You can't make this up. This is the type of woman that supports those types of men. There's nothing to be jealous of with this individual or of Umar or anyone that supports him. when that is how they think. That's their mentality. It's depraved. I loved them. Maybe she meant him because pronouns. It's complex for her. I loved them before I met him. Them who? My eyes had hearts in them. Who talks like this? Who talks like this? It's like someone that's been living in a box and they decided to have a thought today. I'm just not figuring out how internet works. Let me send in a run-on sentence. And then another statement with the wrong pronoun in it. And then say something that no one else says. It's not even a part of, people's typical vernacular. They don't speak like this. People don't speak like this. My eyes had hearts in them. Really? You sure it wasn't a matter of your blood pressure being high? What are we talking about?
Wait, jealous of what? Jealous of what?
Men are jealous of earning potential. Men are jealous of they don't move like us, sweetheart. That's why I said you don't have men around.
Philly. Let me tell you why. I got land in my name. I got land in my name, man.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay.
Exactly. They trolling.
You gotta be a hoot at parties, Philly Phil.
But the women, and that's no disrespect to Miss Lene, because I told her I thought she was very beautiful. But I've seen something he be messing with. Did you see the movie?
Yeah, he ain't. They ain't seen the women that came in behind. They think that he's a daddy.
I told my wife this nigga, and she damn near threw up.
I know I was sitting down for 4 years.
Let me know when I can get in, man.
I'm still trying to get off my way.
Rim.
But I...
Rim. Oh, that is priceless. Shout out to you, Information Man Show. How you doing, honey? Can I get one of the mods to please drop his YouTube channel link in the chat? Y'all say what's up to Information Man Show. I love when the creators come up in here and show some support. And they're gentlemen. They're not walking around talking about essaying. I can't believe Poetic Flacco actually made that statement. I can't believe he even thought that thought. That dude's mind is dark.
What? Jealous of what?
That's not what men get jealous of.
Wait, jealous of what?
Men are jealous of earning potential.
They're trolling.
Men are jealous of they don't move like
you
us.
Can't make this
That's
up.
why I said you don't have men around.
Philly Phil. Let me tell you why. I got land in my name. I got land in my name, man.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know why she did that stupid shit. You gotta be a hoot at parties, Philly Phil.
But the women, and that's no disrespect to Miss Lene, because I told her I thought she was very beautiful. But I've seen
hear this.
Something he be messing with. Did you see the movie?
Yeah, he ain't. They ain't seen the women that came in behind. They think that he's a daddy.
I told my wife this nigga, and she damn near threw up.
I know I was sitting down for 4 years.
Let me know when I can get in,
I'm still trying to get off my way. But I'm still fine as wine.
Rim. Let me know when I can get in.
Go ahead, man. He just sipped a little go.
I got a woman that took me from an ICU bed. Took me off of 450 milligrams of Percocet. Y'all say, "Oh man, you look good." That's right, because of my woman.
Yep, you see a good woman on you.
I got land in my name. Virtuous woman, bro.
Remember, I'm had to come on camera.
I ain't been this happy all my life. You couldn't take me from my woman if you wanted to. And guess what? She's sitting right in the daggone other room right now, and I ain't got a problem saying it. What I need, I'm home. I got a warm bed to sleep in every single night.
They're approaching
my meals are home cooked.
No one is jealous of Umar. He's unemployed. He is a living, walking void upon humanity. They can't name one tangible thing he's actually accomplished other than claiming he's written a book because his dissertation was hot garbage. Cross-referenced with other 2 to 3 other dissertations. As if he plagiarized. I said as if. And that actually has been done. An analysis has been done on that. He keeps saying he has 6 degrees and then he forgets. Lady Luck Club is going to get the dissertation for every single degree I say I have. Why keep lying about it? This clown is unemployed. He can't even show receipts or transactions or invoice payments or invoices from vendors. You go in at school if you want to. You go in at your own risk. Hell, if they're going to sit around walking around talking about they're going to essay a woman, they should go to that molded up school without a mask and breathe deep. Breathe deep. Inhale. Just inhale all that toxic in you. If you think that some form of self-defense as a grown-ass man is to essay a woman, I want you to sleep in that damn molded at school overnight. Just lock his ass up in there. You can't make this stuff up. No one is jealous of him. Who would be jealous of someone that has nothing to offer anyone? Not even his own kids. And you see exactly what he might be doing with the donation money. He's traveling all over the place, eating Cinnabons. Like a slob. But he won't eat a salad. He wants women to feed him, but he hasn't proven that he's taken a shower in 3 months. You can't make this up. Why is he keeping the school gym so nasty and disgusting? But he doesn't even go to the school every day. It's not like he's going there doing bit by bit with cleaning, making sure the desks are put up. He's not doing anything in these buildings. Where's proof of life? How a man treats his mother is how he treats his wife. How he treats a lady. He won't even allow his mother to see her other children and grandchildren. And these stunkheads think this is okay. They think this is a cool guy. Umar is so good with his unemployed ass. Yeah, let him go be with these women, these types of women. Because they can't get another man because of their mentality and run on sentences. So Umar is probably the best they can get. But I'd rather they be with Umar be with them than for him to be a burden upon society any other way. Guess what they would have to do? Take care of his ass. He doesn't have a job. He wouldn't be able to help them pay rent, mortgage, nothing. Not a light bill. He wouldn't be able to help them buy groceries, clothes, shoes. If they have children, he's not going to help them with the kids, help them with homework. He would be an utter waste of space. He would be another dependent, another mouth you would have to feed. A large mouth with 6 stomachs. You got to keep shoveling food down his throat with Little Debbie snack cakes and ginger Schweppes. Ginger ales, Schweppes, ginger ale. They would spend more money trying to, I guess, keep themselves happy mentally by having themselves believe that they're actually in a viable relationship. These are the type of women you're dealing with here in this comment. They have to think highly of themselves because they know that they're not even getting a quality person in their life if they get with someone like Umar. They have no standards. They wouldn't demand anything of him. The entire house would smell like funky ass and corn chips all day. He's not going to flush a toilet. So God forbid if that Thanksgiving dinner come right back out 2 hours later. Them collard greens and them yams and that macaroni and cheese and turkey and dressing, cornbread with sweet tea. Schweppes ginger ale and Little Debbie snack cakes and Swiss rolls. All of that is coming right back out of him. And it's just going to sit and marinate in their toilets. That's exactly what they would deserve, too. Because this is the confidence they have in themselves. This is how they think of themselves. A man that doesn't work, but somehow is still eating more than probably them and their children in that house. They would have to take care of him. The only difference is they wouldn't be able to claim his ass on their taxes as a dependent, but he would sure be treated like one. 12 months out the year, they have to feed him and clothe him. He wouldn't give them a dime of money to help them live and pay bills at all, because he doesn't do that now. He doesn't even want to pay child support on his own. He has to be ordered by a court of law to do it. Look at what type of father he is. But these women think that this is a good guy. So that tells you a lot about the women and their state of mind. You see, they're not so scary after all. They're clowns.
Look, I ain't seen nothing that come out of a box. I ain't been in a fast food restaurant. Everything I get has been either chopped up by hand.
Get open, you're gonna have to get that man under control, because he's going to tear down your shit, and he's going to tear down his own shit because he's out of control. This is me fighting him in the public. But there are other people that are on his ass in the dark.
You know I'm gonna get a camera.
Hold on, y'all.
You're gonna have to get, or he's gonna take you down with him.
I'm right here, bro.
This is just me giving you some sisterly advice.
Let me know when you want me to go back in.
After all that evil that you said to me, that is a man. I'm gonna tell you, if you're dealing with powerful men and you don't know how to corral them, however they tick, Umar ticks by sex. However, whatever else he ticks off of, food, whatever his weaknesses are, you need to figure out how to get him and control him. Because his mouth is out of control. He does not know how to wield power. And he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's paranoid to the point where he's going to destroy every damn thing that you give
Malika, run. Sweetie, you could do a whole lot better.
I mean, if she gonna stay in there, she feel like she can build him up. But I'm saying, I'm not that chick.
You don't have to share a man. You don't have to share a man.
I don't have the energy.
Malika, if you want to sit here and catch an STD or open yourself up to that, that's on you. Just don't get mad when no one cares. You can't have sympathy for that. That's your mentality. That's what you think you deserve. Who are we to stop you?
I have my own ambition and aspirations. Maybe some women, maybe that's what's been missing out of his life. Maybe he's been missing a good woman that could get in there and can and steer his ass right. But
take care of him.
There have been many that have come in your place. Many. He can only let you do what he allows you to do.
The best thing you can.
You will be so focused on trying to change
brother. I'm
him
sorry.
that you will change yourself.
Right. Hold on.
I'm dating a powerful man. You cannot. You got to find a way to get through to him so that he can listen, or he's going to tear every damn thing down. You ain't got to admit to it, but you know that man has a lot of fires all over his house, all over his life. He's got to start putting them out. And he's not a man to keep you on your toes so you can help him. So you're always gonna be blindsided with shit that you don't know nothing about.
He's already said he wants someone that can help pull him through hard times, even though he has nothing to offer up front. He can't even offer a job. He has no income. We haven't seen not one tax filing or anything Umar has filed on his own accord. He didn't even list an income from FDMG. They expect people to be jealous of their child, please. If this person wants to idolize this mere mortal, this ball of slop that is unemployed, because I have to reiterate that. The Bible says that the man that doesn't work doesn't eat. He should be starving to death and homeless. And you see where he is if he's not living with his mother. Somehow he can achieve the goal of international traveling with donations, not with money he's earned as income. But he won't give a woman any money for living up in her house and using her utilities. He's not going to pay this girl's bills. She's going to be broke as hell trying to be with him. And that's exactly what she wants. So she'll get what she deserves. Oh, I'm the completely opposite. I would have no sympathy for that. None. Sometimes people have to learn the hard way.
And he's not going to tell you the truth. He's not going to open up and give it to you. You're going to have to figure out how to get that information out of him. But he's got people waiting on him. If he does not get that school open, he ain't got to worry about Siobhan.
Sis.
Society going to get him on their own.
Not one question.
As a 51-year-old who's 16 days older than Umar, the best thing you could do for a 51-year-old who's set in his own ways is to leave him alone.
That would be my suggestion.
And let him self-correct, because nobody else can fix him right now.
Yep.
He's at a point of no return. He needs to self-heal. He needs to get away from the world and find out, how did I get myself in this mess?
They act like I cried. I got so many
really wanted to do something. If you really care for him, you'd be like, baby, you need to get it together. Instead, you over here want to fight,
the whole damn
argue about a whole bunch of foolishness. Over his relationship that he couldn't handle. Any man that can't handle a relationship and leave it to another woman.
You said what, Rimron?
I've been trying to say something for 30 fucking minutes, y'all.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm
sorry, bro.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm just trying to be
it's so adorable.
I got a warm bed to sleep in tonight. When I roll over, I got some butt cheeks to grab, to hold on to.
Oh, Lord.
A waist to grab, pretty woman. And I know y'all hear all these goddamn kids in the background.
We love the kids.
Them
as long
kids
as
is happy
they
too.
can't hear me.
Them kids is happy.
Let them kick it. It's Friday.
A beautiful wife that loves you, that will do anything for you, that will set you straight. Like Miss Lene was saying, I was in them streets, and I probably wouldn't even be here right now if I wouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
That's what
it's hard. She's taking on a hard ass job. Especially when it's hard when you got a headstrong man, but when you have a headstrong man that's powerful too, that is a lot to take on, and it takes a
Umar has no power. That's why he's always loud and wrong. Because the power he really wants, he's not getting it. And anyone that does have it, he's instantly jealous and envious of them. Because he recognizes it. He's just loud and wrong. That's not power. He's just loud and wrong. He can't even get in front of a camera and have a regular conversation and do regular content. He has to break the law and pretend as if he's got a license or a certification in psychology to have conversations with people. When he could just, let me just talk to you all. Y'all call me, you want to talk to me, tell me some issues you got going on, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I'm here to listen. No, he's not even smart enough to do that. And still probably will get these cash apps and PayPals from these, lonely, mangy women that he keeps catering to. But he's not even smart enough to just keep it simple and not break the law when he goes live. That level of incompetence, he's trying to achieve for something beyond what he really, beyond his standard. Lene, girl, you're out of his league. He's not on your level. Any woman with a job that takes care of her kids, that got her own shit going, her own place, her own car, decent credit, you're handling business, you know, he's trying to reach beyond his level to be with somebody like you, Lene. The type of women he's pulling in, they have no confidence and self-esteem. And he knows that. He knows that these women got to be just like him, but at least have a job, because you can't have two broke asses trying to be together. And then it's just a matter of who's getting evicted first. He has nowhere to live. They got to at least have a job and somewhere to live. You got out. You're not with him for a reason. You're much better than him, Lene. And you deserve something better than a Umar. If these women feel like Umar is right up their alley, I wouldn't even, you can have him. He's all yours. He's so beneath me, it's not even funny. I don't even see him coming. Y'all not even in the same solar system with me. You have to take care of him. I hope you know he eats like 6 times a day. Good luck to that. Like, he's going to be a direct burden on them. But if that's what they want, and they feel that's what they deserve, there's no getting through to someone that's brainwashed and then add on the fact that they have no confidence or self-esteem. And then they're trying to be with someone that's a narcissist, that think he actually is God's gift to women. Child boo. 99.8% of the women on earth would reject Umar in a heartbeat. So the rest of the 0.02% is they're all his. Bye. Keep him out of our way. That's what I would say. Take Umar. Keep him out of our way. So good women don't have to worry about coming across men like him. Little boys like him that think like that refuse to get a job and pay taxes and take care of the kids. Keep him out of our way. He's like trash in the street. You want to be the street sweeper? Come and collect them. Child boo. Honey, I can get, let me tell you something. I want y'all to understand. I could eat to somebody's soul if I really wanted to. I can get more raw than that. Umar's the trash in the middle of the street. And if the street sweeper wants to come and collect them, let the street sweeper come and collect the trash out the street. That way, real women can drive down the street without running over trash and messing up our car. Does that make sense? When you driving around in a Bentley, you don't want to run over a deer that's dead, a carcass. Let this lady, whoever this person is, let her come and sweep up the trash out the street so you can drive down the street safely. Come and collect them. You wouldn't be able to get with a regular woman. He has nothing to offer. He's dead carcass in the street. He's in the way. That's what he is. Chabu.
Special. And I'm trying to get these women to understand, if you knew what I'm with right now, I'm not worried about no female. I fear not being able to be of assistance to him. I don't care. I can go to toe to toe with the best of women. I can handle some men. I'm built for this shit. But what I was trying to get her was some thought.
Ether. That would mean you have to establish having a soul. That means I don't care about your feelings. If you want to think below subpar and below and have no standards, then that's how I'm going to see you as. Something that's subpar with no standards. You understand? I want to be clear on that. I didn't say eat anything. I'm not Umar. Umar walks around with animal intestines in Ziploc bags in his suitcase. That's demonic. Oh, okay. So the woman that's left this comment up over here on this thing, then you wouldn't like her at all. Somehow she thinks she's the perfect fit for Umar. that'll just take care of him while he's sitting unemployed and eating all the food in the house. What do you mean by so strong? Be plain. Don't speak in euphemisms. Speak plainly. You mean too strong? What does that mean? So a woman who says I have standards and I'm not trying to dwell with dead carcasses in the street like a Umar who has nothing to offer, somehow it's too strong. So if that's what you want, weakness, then go get it. No one's stopping you. And I mean, what do you mean? You have to have someone? Go get someone. No one's stopping you. That's not a debate. You're not making an argument here. Too strong as in you're not going to eat my soul and I'm not going to duke it out physically with you. Is that clear? No, it's not. Because no one said eat a soul. And who said duke anything out? What do you mean? Don't speak in euphemisms. You came into my chat and you said something about eating a soul. That's not what I said. I say ether. I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm using terminology you're not familiar with. It's called the English language. Ether. E-T-H-E-R. Not eat. I don't even know if you're like are you a man or woman? What are you? you what is this? We like femininity? Great. I didn't say you didn't. You came in and made a comment repeating something I did not say. Your listening skills are subpar, bro. This is how you have miscommunication because you didn't repeat what I said. Why? How are we on this topic about what type of women you like? No, I said ether. Once again, E-T-H-E-R. Perhaps you're not used to that type of advanced language. Ether. I never said eat. It's not a slur. You just don't understand the term. I never said eat. Ether. Those are two different words. Pronounced and spelled very differently. It's queen over here to you. You see how that works? Queen. Not lady, queen. You know, because your femininity, you know. Can't make this up. Queen. The lock stuff. They like femininity. And the first thing they do is want to create an argument with the queen. Because English it may not be your first language. I don't know. I can make the assumption. I'll just assume English is not your first language. You want femininity, and yet you create an argument instantly with a woman because you couldn't understand a term that was used. It's so funny. And you speak of femininity when you have a listening problem. See that?
For advice, because I have been drawn to and have dealt with powerful men in all different areas. But I will tell you that you have one that is on your hands that has a lot of shit wrong. And his mouth, his need to check people, his inability to rise above things, he is going to cause you a lot of problems.
Umar has been hurting people.
If you don't figure out how to help him.
Umar has been hurting people for 21 years. He made a career out of
You know, real men don't instantly try to create an argument with a woman. I'm the queen of this over here. Come over here talking about you trying to eat a soul. I said ether. My vernacular is more advanced, I guess. They're not used to that. You know, because the type of women this person likes, obviously, it speaks this type of English that you see up here from this African love Nola person. Run on sentences. Can't make this up. Let's start an argument. You talking about you want someone feminine? You can't make this thing. It's insane. And then start arguing with me, you will lose. You will certainly lose.
Destroying people verbally for 21 years. So if you think this mouth is going to stay closed for anything longer than 21 years, you're in trouble. Because Umar has created a bunch of, he ain't created the YN.
I didn't start
Umar
talking crap.
created the
No.
YN. He is the father. He's the Walter Ashby Plecker. He is the father. He's the George Washington of YNs.
So
You don't believe me?
Yeah.
He lived with his mama. He lived with his mama.
He's a decorated hood nigga.
Okay. They look, all YNs look up to him.
And where this school is concerned, I mean, he got fires all over the place. Pick a fire. But as far as with me, I'm not worried about this damn. I'm not worried about this court shit. I pay people to worry about this. I'm not worried about this shit.
A powerful man wouldn't let his daughter get hit with a brick upside her head.
And he's not powerful, but I'm just saying he's popular.
No, I know. I'm going off of what this lady's saying down here. Because see, if I was Umar, I would be like, oh, look at this coon. Okay? But I'm not that way. I was raised right. All right? I was raised to respect women.
If there's any other comment that comes up.
I'm worried about him.
So this one was up there.
What Umar is. He's a dirt. I'm going to drive down the park.
And only reason why I'm just kind of skimming through this because of the length of the video. Like I said, you guys can definitely check this out. It's 3 hours long, so I just wanted to kind of get in some of the banter here. That was fun. Listen, shout out to Rimrum, shout out to Lene Stacks, shout out to Manny, one of my mods here in the LLC. The Umar Tardians come in and they just come in and they don't even listen well. You can't make this up either. So I'm not an old Goonie goon. That person got me confused with someone else. No, that's what Umar does. You know, sit here and conjure up spirits and stuff like that and brags about black magic and voodoo. They never say anything about the things that Umar actually says he does that's highly demonic. He has literally said that he believes in black magic and voodoo. And that somehow he's some ancestral Oguni Goon spirit of some sort. You know, the spirit of the cockroach. He wouldn't even resemble a bear. His animal spirit is a cockroach. That's Umar's animal spirit. You can't make this up. Umar's animal spirit is the mighty cockroach. At least it's been around for millions of years. Although they are highly infectious, carry diseases, and they're never ever wanted or needed around. Oh my God. YouTube causing trouble with this vertical version. Is it? Oh boy. Just listen. But I appreciate you all. Lene, you have my email. You are more than welcome to email me. Especially when you decide to refile anything like that. You know, and I know you have an attorney, so your attorney hopefully will handle that and let them know about the court rule so they can ensure that your case is assigned to the chief judge or to the presiding judge. Sorry, not the chief judge, the presiding judge, and not a judicial assistant, because you know they get the big heads. Sometimes the JOs don't really, you know, they don't think about the actual facts of the case and they automatically make their presumptions. And I see it like this. My godmother, you know, always tell me, I hear sometimes the same story 5 days a week. It's just coming in from different persons. So she would have cases, you know, brought before her that could pretty much be the same type of case, It's just coming in through different people. And she was a federal judge, so a lot of her cases came from the 3-letter alphabet boys. And she, bless her heart, she retired. But that's sometimes how these judges think. They're like, oh, not another one, not another TPO, especially if that's the docket for the day that this judge had. So they're just listening to TPOs all day. And oftentimes you don't have, unless it is extremely serious or you're talking about, recurring issues or violations of a TPO, oftentimes they don't have attorneys. So these judges, they hear so much of it, they start to get this preconception and they create this bias. And their job is to remain impartial and be neutral. And ever so often they need a little wake-up call. So that wake-up call could be, you're not getting this case assigned to you again. This is going to the presiding judge because you don't know how to act. The last time this case appeared before you, you didn't even want to hear some evidence. So we're not bringing this before you again. We're going over your head. We're going to your supervisor. That's what that court rule is. Your attorney will know. You can't make this up. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. 3 hours, almost 4 hours long. Oh my God, y'all. So we're going to get some sleep and then I'll be back at it tomorrow. And we're going to check out a couple of episodes of Nature Boy and his cult Carbonation from Hood Horror series. Shout out to Hood Horrors. And once he drops his new episode of Polite, we're definitely going to schedule that because I want to stay on top of that series. It's such a good series. And we're learning, ironically, about both of these stunkheads at the same time with Polite and Nature Boy. So shout out to Hood Horrors for doing such great work. And Umar is not a whole representation of everybody in the conscious community or it represents Pan-Africanism, but he is a horrible representation of such. And it's it is a deterrent sometimes when people are like, are all of the people that claim to be Pan-African and in the conscious community cult leaders that believe in polygamy, messing around with kids or transgenders? Is this, I get some of those comments and I have to say, no, he's just a bad representation of it. So we'll be checking that out this weekend, y'all. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. Hit the like button on the way out. Shout out to the dude that sit here and, claims he likes feminine women while he creates arguments with them because, words are hard for him. Oh, bless his heart. The Umar Tardians, Jesus loves the trolls as well. All right. See y'all in the next one. And until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.